I've got this one life, just got this one life. I'd like to think that it would go on forever, but I've got just one try. Yeah, I've got this one try. I remember when we were kids, you lost your parents, I heard the hymns. I swore that day that I would love you forever, if those were my last words, if those were my last words. I might never be a captain on a yellow submarine.
I might never be an actress on a giant silver screen,
but my heart will make a house standing anywhere you be.
and my love will hold the diamonds shining far as you can see.
When we grow old with me. When we grow old with me. You've got this one light that shines all my life. Just like a rose blooming out from this desert. Oh, I saw these two eyes. Yeah, I saw your two eyes. I might never be a singer who's been knighted by the queen.
I might never be a model in a fashion magazine,
but my heart will make a house standing anywhere you be.
and my love will hold the diamonds shining far as you can see.
When we grow old with me. When we grow old with me. As people dance from your window, if you see an Irish band, and there I stand, guitar in hand, asking for my love if I could be a man. And so when we grow old with me.
I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light. See the light.
Take everything we got, give it an honest shot, turning it on and off, we've been sliding, riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real. I call for you. Hold your gun.
Hello, chatto! It's Saturdat! Coming up today on Building a Nation with Treaty United. We have 4 Champions League group stage games left. It's not gone well for us so far, but we need to turn this shit around today because otherwise we'll end up coming 4th, and that will be very, very bad. In other news in Ireland, Bows have got 2 wins out of 2 in their Europa Conference League group. Can they go all the way? And can Sligo finally grab a win in their group as well? All that and more coming up today on Building a Nation with Treaty United. Oh, we're flying. We're moving. It's all perfect. Hello, friendos. How's it going? Oh, lovely Saturday morning. Before I do anything else, holy shit with the harp train in the intro. Weezer, thank you for the 11 months. Mike, thank you for the combined 14 gifted subs. HC16, thank you for the gifted sub. Fatal Wombat, thank you for the 5 months on Prime. Weezer, thank you for the 100 bits. And Ice Battler, thank you so much. Finishing off with the gifted sub to Taint Goblin 69. Never mind, finishing up. El Gordo now with the 5 gifted subs. Jesus Christ, what's going on? That's the biggest hype train I think we've ever had. Not ever had, but like at the start of a stream. Good God. Thank you, Gordo. That's unbelievably kind. Right, now we have to do presents, of course. Ah, dearie me. Molstry TV, thank you so much for the follow as well in there. Ah, what a beautiful Saturday morning it is. El Gorto, oh, for sure. I bet he's a better keeper than El Barto as well. Spirit Mano with the 5 months on top as well. You bloody love to see it.
Hello.
Ah, hello. I hope you're having a great Saturday, my friends. Today is either going to be really good or really bad. Basically. Oh, Dazza as well with the 14 months on top of it. Let's see what Matthew's got to say.
14 months of watching, hoping and praying for a rise above the mediocre, but as we get older we all have to settle for just being okay. Keep up the good work, Matt.
The older you get, the more you just feel okay, and that's fine. Sometimes you just have to settle for okayocracy, you know? It's just one of those things. Oh my goodness me. So I've run the Z-Gens. So we actually now have faces for all of the younger regens that we had over the past couple of seasons. They've all got faces. People like Tobias Viggers and stuff like that. So that's all cool. Plan for today basically is we've got 4 Champions League games to go. It's going to be a nightmare. We've got Bows obviously doing their thing. Also, if there's a bit of time at the end, I might do a bit of preemptive scouting for some first team players because I had a look. We've got 6 guys that are homegrown trained at club and like over 8 that were trained in nation already, which means that in this window, we don't actually have to care so much if they're going to be homegrown. We can kind of just, hot prospect, that is the guy I just showed you actually, Tobias Figures. We can actually be a bit more free with our signings and try to find some first teamers because we kind of do need to strengthen our wide areas especially, and we need a backup trek. That's really where the fault lies. Now, I'm going to ask the board for some more money. Maybe. We'll have to see. But we'll see. Oh, dear. How's it going, everybody? The perfect keeper. Maybe Moses replacement. Well, yeah. Moses replacement. Kubek replacement. Because literally, we're going to lose Moses. We're going to lose Kubek on the right. We have Millie and Alexic on the left, which could do with a bit of a boost. So I want to be signing 3 or 4 guys, honestly. Ideally, not caring about homegrown or otherwise. We're just going to kind of go for good players. It's going good so far, anyway. I took Pog out for a run this morning. Oh, I know. Incredible scenes. She was like, you know what, I fancy going for a run. I was going for quite a short one today. So Pog came along with me. And that was really cool. It's the first time I've ran without headphones on for ages. So we're going to get the game against Dundalk. Oh, also, I mentioned this in last night's video that I was building what I like to call a shit tactic. This is the shit tactic. So basically, this tactic is designed purely to create low quality chances, like long shots, headers from weird positions, set piece goals, right? I want to see how effective it is in the match engine. Obviously not today, but when we get some free games where we've got like nothing else on, that's something I want to test out because I'm curious about it to see how effective it is at being good despite being shit. Basically. Also, it would give us an excuse to play a two striker tactic in the league, which would be quite useful as a way of getting both of our strikers in and getting them a bit more game time during the league season. Even if we don't use them in Europe like that, it would at least allow us to get them more game time. Because the problem with having the strikers we've got is that they never get enough game time because we've only got 1 striker slot. So if we have a league tactic that's got more strikers in, they'll get more game time. That's the play anyway, hopefully. So we've got 2 rotated squads to go because it's Dundalk, Shamrock, then Nice. So it's going to be this lineup again for 2 games. Back into it. Oh, the Sea of Green. Yeah, except with a few people, basically. Falconors will definitely feature. So once... He's good, but I think we can still find better. But maybe he just needs to run in the team, honestly. Most of the time when Falconors gets games, it's against it's in a weaker side, which is literally what's happening right now. And as a result, I don't think it really helps him out all that well. The problem is his save. Maybe he's just got a striker that happens to do it. But you can see how abysmal it has been. And I'm sure it's not just my saves that this stuff has been noticeable. And people have talked about this, how weird it is. It feels like you need to have a striker that is vastly better than the league they're playing in order to actually consistently score them. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that Lisa guy I got for Tromsø could be the answer to the question. But we'll find it. We'll find out. Maybe it will just take a little bit of time for the likes of Vosterek and Novakovic to get themselves sorted, really. And we'll see what happens with it. So as long as we get through... Wait. Did we get a kickoff highlight? We actually did. I'm a bit worried, my friends, about the European games today, because those two results against Porto and Dortmund were disappointing considering how well we play. Oh, lovely ball through. Alexic is already in, and we've already scored. Inside 20 seconds, Tomislav Alexic gives us the lead. Good stuff. Positional team talks, as in the thing I just did. The only reason I do them, one, force of habit, and two, occasionally my initial team talk doesn't have the desired effect, and I find a point finger tends to get you a couple of extra greens and occasionally an inspired and motivated at the right time. That's basically why I do it. Haaland or clones. Yeah, I mean, Zlatka was basically that. Hello, Pogs. What's up? Are you fighting against the door? How tired are you? The wind is very strong today, and it's not me for once. Thank you, Pog. How was the run then? How are you feeling? Dead. Fair one. It's about right. She's pleased, and I'm proud of her for coming out with me and doing the run. You'll feel it later. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. That's less than ideal. Oh, well, Barto, come on, buddy. You've got to be better than that. You're right. Yeah. Oh, the third position. You're right, it does. I've seen so often have I done like defenders and midfielders, and it's all good. Oh, Mike now with the gifted sub to FKA, Sass or Cass as well. Thank you very much, man. That's so kind of you. And, yeah, you'll talk to the defenders and the midfielders, and then it will be like, it's all good. And then you'll talk to the strikers, and half the time the defenders and midfielders will lose their reaction because of it, for some reason. Like, I don't mind if we lose here, honestly. I'd rather not because of, like, morale, but, like, we had to rest the squad out. The problem we've got... Hang on, was that a tier 2 sub? Holy shit, Mike, thank you so much. I just realised that was a tier 2 sub you just gifted. I don't think anyone's ever gifted a tier 2 sub before. Thank you very much, man. Only works on half the players. I don't know. It shouldn't do. Like, sometimes... Okay, so the best thing I could do is when you save the RTF file, have a look at the size of the file before you start... Because I find sometimes what happens is, when you do the Control-A and select all the players, sometimes some of them don't get selected properly. You just can't see which ones. It's a bit weird. Oh, Pontus Larsen now, with the gifted sub to Podgquin as well. Good lord. It's such a generous... It's a generous atmosphere today, my friends. Thank you so much for that, Pontus. That's so kind of you. Oh, go on, Espen. Okay. There we go. 16th goal of the season for Novakovic. Good stuff. But, yeah, so I ran Nugan today, and as far as I can tell, it didn't hit... It hit every single player that I could see. I checked all players throughout the list and all of our players, and it seemed to tick them all off. But the allow duplicates is... Yes, you might need to have that ticked. Like, it won't break the immersion because there's so many faces that you're almost never going to see a duplicate anyway. What I am going to find funny, though, is in future saves, because of El Barto's... is a new gen, I had to change his new gen picture inside the faces pack, which means that for a future save, there is a chance that another random Spanish or Caucasian player could come through with El Barto's face attached to them, which is always good. Hey, John. I actually filled the config file for it. Ooh, interesting. Okay, mine, I haven't even updated it, and mine still seems to be working fine. Maybe that's why, actually. Because I looked at the update, and it was stuff to do with Ubuntu and stuff, and I just didn't feel like I needed to at that point. You finally bought FM22. How are you finding it, John? El Bartino, indeed. Right, we're winning, aren't we? Surprisingly. Yeah, duplicates and preserve are the key things. Those features are so damn important. Because it means you can keep you can add supplementary stuff to it without having to do them all at once. Although I always do, just to be sure. But you never know. Hey, Marco. Still misses 4 to 5 1-on-1s. Yeah, I don't understand Nobita. I just think that it's just a bit of fortune, honestly. But to me, you shouldn't have to rely on fortune to have a really good striker scorer consistently. But that's just the state of the game at the moment, which is why I've built this shit tactic. Not this one, but the one I showed you earlier. To see if the... And like I said in the video last night, if this tactic works, I'll be extremely disappointed in the match engine. Because I'm deliberately trying to create bad chances. You can manually change it, yeah. It's a bit of a ball ache, but I had to do that before when I accidentally removed Eric Sandberg's face last year. Would you go with Pushkas Academy? I wouldn't personally, because they're a top flight side. So I tend not to do top flight sides for building a nation, because it means that you're building an existingly good side. Like Pushkas Academy, we regularly see them in Europe in this save, so I would not choose them personally. I'd choose a second tier side in Hungary, if you're doing Hungary, that is. Hello, Polk, you're back again. You forgot your coffee. You want your crackers? Okay, cool. I'll get Maganich in for a little bit as well. Yeah, maybe just updating it could work. Dundalk are finally getting a lot better. Not just Dundalk, but Bows. Something just occurred to me. Bows are looking pretty much nailed on for third place, which means they would probably get that bye into the group stage of the Conference League again. And the amount of money that they're generating this year from the fact that they're actually winning matches in it is, I think, within a couple of seasons, Dundalk and Bows are going to be so far clear of the other Irish sides that, in a good way, because they'll be able to start dominating, because they'll be able to start spending more money on players, their wage bill will go through the roof. It's going to be brilliant, because they'll be consistently getting Europe. Oh, downgrading it, maybe, yeah. Oh, dear. Still can't customize club pages, though. Yeah, it's... Oh, dear. Oh, good save, Barto. 4th tier Scotland. I mean, you could start 4th tier if you wanted to. It just means you're going to have a lot more... You'll have a few more seasons where you have to build them up first, basically. The reason I do 2nd tier is just because that way plus, there wasn't a 3rd or 4th tier in Ireland that was playable as well. Yeah, so you can have different profiles. I use the different profiles in the Z-Gen thing. Actually, I've only got one profile this year because I've yet to run it for Nomads as it goes. So I don't know if you need to update. I think I'm still using the... I think the only thing you have to do is change where it puts the file, honestly. I think I did update it anyway. I, removed everything and then reinstalled it, other than the faces, obviously. Just because I'm one of those people that likes to do that when I'm moving over between games. There'll still be Dundalks. Yeah, but at least they won't be Scamrock Rovers, eh? Who, admittedly, are doing really well in Europe on my other save. Did you guys see that they beat Athletic Bilbao? Oh, Novakovic! Oh, I couldn't believe that. Why can't they do that here? Although, admittedly, that means they're probably winning the Irish League very comfortably, and they're the champions, so I guess... You restarted your new... Hang on, you're doing another Treaty United. How far did you get, Emu? Have a look. An Englishman in a youth intel? Oh my god, he's really decent. Physicals are a little bit... So, then again, actually, they might not be that bad. It's just because I'm not used to looking at your attribute colours. How good Rooney becomes... so... Wait, Rooney? Oh, no. Sorry, yeah, that regen. I don't know, because he's not in my database. So I thought you meant Wayne Rooney. Because I'll tell you this, he's Hearts manager. 3 players for over 5 million each. That's not ideal. But the fact that they're spending the money is good. Won't even open. That is bad. That's far from ideal. Oh, come on, Tommy. You drew 2 all. Be better. Yeah, they never spend well. AI clubs transfers spending is just notoriously bad, and it will always will be, won't it? An IRL player is a regen. Hang on, who was the regen? Rudy Bargy. Yeah. Did I say regen? I did, didn't I? Oops. Yeah, he's not in my save, because this save was started, the day the game physically came out properly, so I've not had the benefits of all those updates. Cork City are looking horribly like they might get relegated here. Worrying. I don't really want that for them, but actually, let's be honest, they're not getting relegated, because the side that comes 9th, I think, has won the playoff game the last, 6 years in a row, because there's such a huge discrepancy from teams getting... promoted to... I mean, look, Shelbourne walked away with the 2nd tier last year, and look at them. Minus 66. Strongo with the 3 months. Thank you very much, man. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Technically still morning. Hey, Elliot. Yeah, we're not going to be beating our points record this year. That's for sure. Randomly assign away and 3rd colours. I don't know, White Tiger. Unfortunately, my experience with Kit Basher is very limited. Most of which was Nine walking me through how to do stuff for that video I made. So I'm unfortunately not particularly well versed in it, especially not now. Right, so we'll just keep... God, look at this. This is going to be... The Smash or Pass stream on Tuesday is going to be absolutely insane. Look at some of these players. And I love the fact that... I'm very glad I started doing the same thing on my Tromsø save. I mean, that's why we suddenly found all those good players last night. It was ridiculous. These guys probably a bit below the threshold. I just want to get it down to about 300 by January. If we can. 5th. So by the board. Was that because you were unable to stay rich, or did it still keep selling players even though you were considered rich by the board? Because I'm trying to keep myself in rich financial statement so that they don't do it, but we'll see. Also, for those who missed this in the intro, we didn't actually gain a spot last year. We stayed 15th. However, 3.5 star rep. The league is now 3.5 star rep. So we didn't go up in actual reputation in terms of the rankings, but we gained enough to gain 3.5 star rep. So that's why we didn't get an email about it, because technically nothing had changed. The key thing is, though, that should allow us very quickly to get 3.5-star rep ourselves. And I suspect that those two things in conjunction is probably what will finally get us over that barrier of not being able to sign South American and African players as regular as we'd like. That could be the key for me. That's like the final puzzle piece, I'd say. God, look at these bloody fixtures. That Bose game or the Scamrock game, I might test out the shit tactic. We've got some games to come. Plus, we've obviously got the... They're being made right now, but I didn't want to put them in before we had a chance to actually use them properly. So I'm going to make them fully tomorrow. I've got like the designs done, but I need to animate them because I'm going for animated emotes because that's just more fun, isn't it? Fully master his position, need to gain more match experience. I mean, to be fair, I am playing him at right back at every possible opportunity. So, you know, get with it, Admiral. Dia making positive development. He might be one of my favourite signings of the save. Albeit, he's had a bit of a struggle bus of a first season. His actual performances have been a little bit subpar. But, for 66 grand... I think this might end up being one of the signings of the save in terms of value. I can't believe we got him for £66,000. And that was by ignoring our scouts, because they rated him at, like, what was it? 2.5, 3 stars or something? Comes in 5-star rating instantly. He's so good. He's gaining determination as well. That's pretty rare for us. He's just so fucking good. I love him. He feels like he could be like Sibasiso Radaby from Tromsø, honestly. Working his crossing. Yeah, his speed's certainly gone up a little. Actually, has his speed gone up a little bit? Let's see. It's actually only gone up by... Oh, hang on a minute. Literally, I looked at this prior to stream, and his speed was 12. His pace was 12, and his acceleration was 13. It's obviously just ticked over by the decimal point into the next level. That's cool, actually. In that case, yeah. And his crossing's gone up by 1 as well, which is cool. End of the season. Yes, we're finishing off the group stages today. We've actually only got 4 group stage games as well, so we can take it a bit more casually. Get that crossing up. Lovely stuff. And he trains really well because Resolute. You'll have to see it. Oh. He'd be cheap. He literally would. At 600k, he'd have been cheap. I can't believe we got him. And I gave him a new contract, so he no longer has a £3 million release clause. So he is to the moon, basically. For me, he feels like a long-term left-back option for us. It was sausage under the grill for a nice morning sausage and bacon sarnie, and that was 40 minutes ago. Ouchie. I assumed the alarm that you ended up with was the fire alarm at that point. Right, yeah. Same exact lineup. I know they're knackered, but this allows us to not have these... It basically allows us to keep the rest of the squad fresh for the Champions League, which is what really matters. Those 2 games against Nice today are absolutely incredible. Yeah, that guy with Tromsø, that Lisa guy, I couldn't believe that. Some of those bloody players we were finding. This methodology to scouting, I don't know why I didn't do it before. It just seems to work so damn well. And I wasn't even trying that hard with Tromsø. I was just basically, every time I saw a player come through, 1 week scouting if they looked half decent, and it built up a list again, like we had with this one. And, yeah, we did so much good business. I like them all. I really like that Birkelon guy we got from Napoli on loan, admittedly, but still. So Bose won both of their European games. I shit you not. They won away at Valor Reykjavik, and then they beat FC Copenhagen at home, which is incredible. Sligo Rovers lost 2 out of 2 so far, but they had a tougher group. Still some winnable games in, though. They've got Donetsk Strada in their group, so they could win those. Haven't played them yet. We drew 3-3 at home to Dortmund. Took the lead in the 93rd minute. Oh, sorry, the 90th minute, and then conceded straight off the kickoff. Disappointment, but we were down to 10 men at the time. James, thank you for the 18 months. Oh, no, that was White Tiger. Sorry. My apologies. White Tiger, thank you for the 2 months. James, thank you for the 18 months. They came through at the same time. Through me. Oh.
Fulham didn't bottle promotion.
We didn't.
That's a surprise. Visage souriant.
And we won't bottle promotion 2 years from now, either. Maybe. If we're lucky. And the second game, unfortunately, was at home against Porto. We were the better team. What a great free kick from Tommy H. We matched Porto and played really well, but they scored 3 goals off of 4 shots on target and one with like an XG of 0.96 or something. Absolutely livid about that. So the 2 games against Nice today are absolutely imperative that we do well. Third in the group is great, but graduates message come through. I think it must have done, and our youth intake, if I recall actually, Comrade, it was worse, i.e. the star ratings on the potentials actually dropped when they joined the club as opposed to the other way around. So, excellent work there. Bottle it because you can't be promoted from the... you see, get promoted to the Europa Conference League. I love how much shit the Europa Conference League got from sort of people that weren't familiar with FM when it was first launched, the sort of more casual football fan. And I feel like people are slowly changing their minds to it, because honestly, I think the Europa Conference League is one of the best things that UEFA have done in a long time. I really, really do. I rate it so much. Hey, Brant. If I had to start a new one right now and it was not allowed to be Ireland or one I've already done, then Hungary. Easy. That's like the final piece of the puzzle in building a nation for me. The one I haven't done that I really want to is Hungary. Poland is fun, but Hungary is... Oh, good header. I absolutely don't like the new changes to the Champions League. I don't like any changes that don't reward teams for sporting merit, you know? Quite simply, any change that they make that is designed to promote heritage clubs or shit like that is complete nonsense to me. It's like, earn it. You know, if you're good enough to play in the Champions League, you'll fucking get in it yourselves then, won't you? Like, Hungarian lower league database. I don't know about lower league, but I know that you can get down to level 2 in the base game. Changes. So basically, they're moving over to... They're changing the way that the group stages work as well, but that is still a bit shit, but that's just so they can cram more games in. The thing is, basically, it's something to do with how certain teams, based on their historic performances, will be allowed to qualify even if they don't qualify for it by doing well domestically, which to me is just bollocks. You know, if you're good enough to be in the Champions League, you'd qualify for it in the first place. Oh, dear. Hungary Division 2, yeah, it's really, really low. Like Szeged, for example. It's definitely... You're right, it's just Super League under a different name. I don't know if any of you guys listen to this little podcast series called On the Brink by Football Ramble Presents. It's actually really, really interesting. Ooh. Want to win something? Exactly, yeah. Like a legacy bracket. Essentially, yeah. So it's teams based on historic performances over a certain point, probably based on coefficient as well. But to me, it's just like, if you're not good enough to finish in the top 4 of England, you shouldn't be in the Champions League then. Like, wouldn't have got Champions League when they won the league. I think they would have done, because it was based on... From what I know, the rules are basically, they have to finish 5th in order to get it. And they wouldn't just take priority over the existing teams in the league, as far as I know, but it's still nonsense to me. They've tried to soften it with that stuff, but I feel like it's just kind of like boiled frogs in a way, because if you let them get away with that, give them 5 years and they'll suddenly decide to change it a little bit more and then a little bit more until suddenly you'll wake up one day and, oh shit, we've got a Super League and didn't even realize it. You can't spring changes on people like the Super League so quickly. You have to boil the frogs. Aberforth with a 16 months.
There was a ship that put to see the name of the ship was the belly of the winds blew up, her body don't know blow, my bully boys blow.
Blow. Agreed. I agree with everything you've just said there, my friend. How's it going? Shit, another English sub. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think everything they do seems to be like... I was coming to the conclusion. I was actually weirdly thinking about this great header from a corner. Oh, yeah, by the way, I changed our corner setup, so centre-backs are now corners. Just to give us a little extra edge. I think the reason I've become jaded and cynical about football more and more over the last 5 years isn't actually to do with the football itself. I believe it's more to do with the media's coverage of football. The way that it feels like every large media operation that has some kind of footballing rights has to create some kind of narrative out of nothing, even if there isn't one. Whereas it feels like 15 years ago when I was watching football, the football kind of did a lot of the talking for itself. And I'm sure there was still an element of that, but I would enjoy watching the matches and the stories would unfold organically. But it feels like now there has to be... They're just constantly trying to create fake shit. And that, I think, is why I suddenly started losing more and more interest in football at the highest level. I was watching the Manchester City-Liverpool game the other day, the one in the league, the brilliant match, and I was enthralled by it because it was great football with great teams and great players and cool tactics, and I was loving it, and I was like, hang on a minute, I'm enjoying this. But then I remembered, I hadn't watched any of the pre-match build-up, I just turned into the game and went, oh, this is good. And yeah, exactly. Constant transfer rumours that nobody should give a shit about, really. Like, to me, I only care about a transfer if they're saying, hey, this transfer's happened. Here he is holding a scarf. Like, that's when I'm like, oh, okay, fair one, I'm interested. But until that point, I just don't give a shit, you know? Have they announced them today? Have they? All memes and no bullshit. Yeah. I just think that's where I kind of... that's what it is for me. That's kind of made me lose interest. The media machine. It's why I actually kind of liked at times Fulham being in the Championship. Because it meant... They actually talked about this on the... I think it was on Fulhamish Pod. About how with... Fulham being out of the limelight, even though the Championship's still quite a high level of football, obviously, there's less neurotic analysis. And usually when the analysis comes, it's bad. Because I find that a lot of analysis of clubs outside the top 5 or 6 teams in the league are actually really bad analysis, where they've not really paid any attention and they're just chatting out shite that they heard from some other person. And they don't actually give those teams any time to be analysed properly, so they just rely on lazy cliches all the time. And I'm not really looking forward to that next year, honestly. Now that we're back. It's just, that stuff really does my nut in. Yeah, it's just... It's hard to avoid, innit? Mitro's in crazy form. If Marco Silva can adapt our tactics to service Mitro really well in the Premier League, he will score goals. I remember there was a great thing. It was just I can't remember what podcast it was on. They were saying, will Mitro finally get double figures for Fulham in the Premier League next year? I'm just like, he got double figures for us 3 years ago in the Premier League, you mug. But there you go. Top club's any better. It's not so much that it's better, but there is at least an element of detail to it that means that if you knew what you were doing, you could interpret it in a way that would give you at least some kind of insight. It is kind of what I mean. Dear. But you know what it is? It'll be, hey, look, the last time Fulham were in the Premier League, they spent £100 billion. Did you know that? And did you know that Anthony Robinson was once linked with AC Milan? Yes, so basically, on my YouTube save last year, I managed to swallow towards the end of a journeyman save, and we had a bloody lovely time, and eventually won the Champions League with Nera Verde. And as a result, I wanted to get a Sassuolo top. Oh, hang on a minute. Schwarzgebel Dortmund. Thank you so much for the follow. And Sassuolo shirts in general for football are fucking expensive, and that's another thing that kind of annoys me now. Teams are getting they're fashion, but because of the second-hand market and the sort of collector's market, it means that all prices of football shirts seem to be inflating a little bit sillily. But training tops, really, really cheap. This was like 16 quid off of classic football shirts. So happy with that. Hey, Yamaha, I feel like I'm on my soapbox today. I'm going to just climb down off here for a second. Wasn't it £200 billion? You're right. Sorry, my bad. The first time we got promoted, Mitrovic played, and he scored 11 goals in the Premier League, but they forget about that. And the last time we were up, he didn't play at all. And they're like, why isn't he scoring? Well, I don't know. Sometimes a little bird once told me you had to be on the pitch in order to score goals. It's not his fault our manager was shit, innit? Fulham did the right thing. Yes. Did you guys see this? That Fulham were being linked with Milinkovic-Savic. The fuck is that about? In what world would he want to join Fulham? Actual hot takes. They're not hot takes though, are they really? I don't believe that they are. I don't really do hot takes. Yeah, I saw some stuff linking Milinkovic as if he'd fucking joined Fulham. It's the Gerard Piqué rumour of this year. A couple of years ago, Fulham were linked with Gerard Piqué, and it's like, why again would he want to join Fulham? Ah, dearie me. Ever seem to have actually watched exactly Digital Dog, but they'll come up with crap that they've been told in their ear to say, which may or may not be anywhere true. World-class midfielder or the decent goalkeeper, brother. I'd take both of them. Although, actually, Rodax deserves it. Loves West London. Fan of black and white. You never know. Going to Norwich. It is, but that's just that's the money, isn't it? It's the sheer weight of funds from Premier League sides. Even the bad ones can... Well, you know how much money's floating around, isn't it? It's ridiculous. No one in the player is on FM, though. I know, but come on. Even in... Maybe he has lost a little bit. You still do his RDF training? I do, yes, because it's really good. Works great for me. Oh, yeah, we could definitely pay his wages. It's more a question of... I feel like... I mean, if he does come, then brilliant. Like, you know, but that would be mad. Then again, I suppose when we signed Jean-Michel Seri the first time, that was a little bit like people going, hang on, what? Also, I've really gained a lot of respect for Jean-Michel Seri. I realised that obviously he dicked about 1 year when we were relegated, but he's been playing for us in the Champions League this year. Championship this year. It looks really good again. Oh, it's a sprint race, is it? Right, I didn't know it was a sprint race. I wonder why qualifying was yesterday. Any updates for it? Hang on. Updates for what? The training schedules? I mean, there's no reason to update them, is there, really? It's just the training. Not fighting for relegation quality. Well, that's exactly what I mean, Marco. But then I suppose if you sign players like him on a consistent basis, you'll no longer be fighting for relegation. So I suppose, you know. But what my point is that it would say a lot about football and the way money moves if a player like that would be joining a club like Fulham, is my point. I'd love it to happen, but it sounds dumb in my head, I guess. Europa League final. Oh, I can't wait to get beaten by Atletico in extra time again. Sad. I honestly think we could have maybe taken them in a penalty shootout. You just never know, right? I don't understand why Newcastle sold him, honestly. Mitro... He's another one of those players that gets tarnished with the aggression. Now, I know Mitro did get sent off a few times for Newcastle and did seem to have a few temperament issues at the time, but it feels like they still track that shit out now, despite the fact that Mitro has not been sent off a single time whilst playing for Fulham, and he barely ever gets booked. It's lazy, isn't it, as always. Rafa didn't like him. Yeah. I guess his loss, innit? Precisely, Mr. Progger. Like, just tell me when it's done kind of thing. 20 minutes into his debut, yeah. He seemed to care. Exactly. And sometimes that's all you want out of a team, is players that care. And it feels like Fulham actually do have that this year, which is nice. Felt like we had it last year, actually. Some of the lone guys even seem to care. The Illuminati might hear. Don't make me push the button, Abba. Wanted to play, yeah, innit? So many different streaming services, yeah. Well, that's just not related specifically to football either, is it? It's just so many streaming services in general. There's just so much money there. Like, actually, here's a great example of this crap. So, Fulham versus Derby the other weekend. On Bank Holiday, I was like, right, we could get promoted. Obviously, we didn't, but we can get promoted in this game. I'm going to find a way to watch this legally because I want to watch a cool stream of this game. So I was like, right, I'm going to get a Now Sports Day pass or whatever. They used to be like £7 or something. So I was like, fine, I'll get that. Watch it. It'll all be dandy. Go on there. Oh, it's $11.99 now for one fucking day. So I was like, okay, couldn't find any discount codes, whatever. So I was like, fine, whatever. I'll pay it to watch the Fulham game later. I'll download it. I'll get the app on the Android Nvidia Shield. It'll all be dandy. What's that? They don't have an app for the Nvidia Shield. It's an Android TV device. The fuck are they doing not having an app for it? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I now can't legally give you money to watch a football match. Oh no, I'll watch it on the browser. Do I really want to do that though? Because I could just watch the illegal stream then if I'm going to sat there on my web browser watching it. It's just like they make it so difficult for you to give them money for a service you're trying to pay for. I'm like, fine, whatever then. I won't pay for it. Your loss. It's mental. Oh, dear. See, Lotus, not 100%. Oh, so hang on. So you do basically like 3-1-2 almost. Let's try that, actually. Is this the lineup we want, though? No, it's not. Oh, dear. Apparently, I woke up today and chose violence. Okay, so we want Ackman at right back, Spak and Mate there. Tortosa Freeze is good. Alaku. Vostarek is currently the striker that's sort of... or Emmett. Look at that. Vostarek is... Try shithouse tactic. Absolutely not. God, no. What, you want me to try a brand new tactic that I've never used in a Champions League game that we can't afford to lose? Probably not going to do that right now. We have not tested that tactic once. However, what I do want to... Hang on, why is... Oh, it's because Stojanovic is there. Who do I want to put in there then? It's got to be Millie, right? TV, yeah. But I didn't want to buy a month. I wanted to watch one match. Wow, this is a problem. Millie's injured. It's going to have to be Espen Falkenhorst here. Who's knackered? This is an issue. We could play Emmett Doran there. Because otherwise you've got unfit players or Emmett Doran. Who's Emmett Doran? And we did play him there for a while and he was solid. I think Doran on the left is probably our plan here. Plus he gives us an extra attacking option, right? Accidental slide tackle after the Fulham match. No, I didn't. No. Enlighten me. Watched the whole day. Yeah, it was great. Because it was all just on NBCSN, wasn't it? Or NBC. Most of the streams I would watch would be from NBC. If I lost the feed for 20 minutes, yep. It's just nonsense. To me, if you expect people to pay for a service, make a service worth paying for. Wow, Carpenu and Deer have been really struggling lately in that left back role. Interesting. Oh, he's coming along great. Look at that. 3-star now in this role. He's absolutely taken to it like a duck to water. It's glorious. And he's been great this season as well. I think he's got like 12 assists as well, which is beautiful. Okay. Need to really pay attention here. Who do I want on the bench? Sinisa Stojanovic, definitely. Wait, hang on. We want El Barto in for a start. Not having that mistake again. But pretty much cost us the game against Porto. Not saying it's because it was his parent club, but it definitely was because of that. I'll bring him on there instead of Falkenhorst, because Falkenhorst just won't play, is it? Okay. Oh, hang on. Is this the challenge? Hang on, I'll have to look at this later, otherwise, you know. Hang on. Please don't autoplay. Please don't autoplay. Oh, I can see it. Well then, even when the fans are getting involved, you know something's wrong. Yeah, that must be what it is, actually. Even with him being on support, it does make you wonder if actually having switching these two over at some point, but that might be, I don't know. It's certainly noteworthy that this year that's been a biggest issue for us. Okay, I think that's got to be the lineup. Oh, this is key. So damn important. Okay, so they've got 2 injured players in there. There's no way they actually start these guys, surely. But Bertan, just in case they do happen to start them. First European game of the stream, yes, but not our first European game of the season. Okay. Just in case they start them. We want to make sure that they at least get punished for starting them, right? This is going to be super difficult. Oh. I'm kind of bricking it about these games because this group should be a group that we could get out of, but we've had such dreadful luck in this group so far. With the Dortmund late goal, admittedly that was like, we were down to 10 men, but the Porto game... Are you joking? They're pot 4, you mugs. They did beat Dortmund, though. That's the problem. Okay. German. Imagine if they actually had a guy called Herman, but... Oh, there you go. Narrow system. So, that actually gives me plans. We'll stick with our starting setup, but if we're struggling to create anything, we can actually turn on directional wide play, because it works really well against the narrow teams, obviously. Okay. Right. Before we do anything else... Europa Conference League. Can we see their game? Maybe, for a bit. And Sligo are at home, so we may not actually see much there. But nevertheless, this is enormous. I think if we're capable of winning against Nice, it would be a big, big moment for us. Oh, hello. Thies Freeze, an early goal, perhaps? Oh! So yeah, having the centre-backs from the corners, I think, is going to give us a little bit more of a goal threat. Particularly if we're not playing Emmett through the middle as much anymore. Ackman. Oh, that's poor. Oh, I'm worried about this tie. If we come up with like a double over Nice, I think that would be enough. Because then we'd have 7 points. And they'd still have to play Dortmund and Porto away from home as well as Porto at home. But still, we've got a lot of work to be done here. D'Angelo, shit. Scooping it through. No. Fucking hell. What a start. Be a Nice victory. Yeah, it will. Although it's looking much more likely it's going to be a Nice victory at the moment. What a pass that is. They just totally let him through. And he scored the one-on-one. Keeper went the wrong way, admittedly, so that didn't help. Classic. I don't know what it is about us in Europe this year. We are just not getting things right. Dortmund beating Porto, which doesn't really help us either. Left, maybe we should have been around. Yeah, I'm not doing it now, though. Oh, hang on. Oh, come on! Man. This is insanity. Our season in Europe this year has been just disaster after disaster of these kind of results. Right, go to plan B. You shut up there, Mihai. Fucking hell. Right, so we're going to do that. I'm also going to turn the width play on because they are actually creating two... Who's been really shit there? Kubek. He has been trash. Ever since he got that loan move back to us, he's been dog shit. But problem is, you've got so many few... I'm getting... Actually, no, fuck it. I'm getting Moses on now. I don't even care. You're on a 6.1 at half-time. You're playing no further role in this game. Oh, useless. Carpenter's also having a trash day as well, but we will see. But you're right. I think that midfield change could work. The problem is then, would that then upset the other side, though, for the same reason? I mean, at this rate, we're going to be in deep shit. We're going to end up losing this game off of their only shot on target again, aren't we? Vostrek's having an absolutely woeful day as well. Fuck it, we'll change it now. Shame for chit-chat. I haven't tested it. That's not going to be a good thing for us right now. So we move the ball winner to the left and then have the CM on attack on the right-hand side. Is that the idea? Ball winner defend. CMA. No, swap the two over. See if that allows us a bit more support there. This does mean this side's going to get absolutely overloaded, but what can we do? Novakovic maybe for Jan? Actually, no. Better idea. Emmett and then Cenk. Yeah. Well, CM attack isn't a problem. It's... I mean, he's got 26 goals this season. He's the top scorer in the team. So that's clearly doing a lot of good for us. It's just that maybe because of the way our fullbacks were set up, it was causing bigger problems with that. Let's see. Porto have at least equalised against Dortmund, but we're actually going to fuck it. Oh, they've had another shot on target. This is absurd. This would be the second back-to-back game in Europe that we've been the better side and we're going to lose and not score a goal mentally. Wow. Okay, no. Positive thoughts. We've got this. Cenk, slip it through. Okay, that is also a decision. Ahmed, come on. Thighs freeze. A draw would be really quite useful. Oh, for God's sake. Right, win it back. Yes. Cool. That was very fortunate the way that fell to us. Ball in. Come on, Moses. Do a thing, please. I beg of you. And we keep winning it back against them over and over again. But it's that final ball that's lacking at the moment. Emmett Doran! Oh, no. Slip it through. Alaku! Yes! Come on! Nice 1. Treaty 1. Mihai, the man. Oh, thank God. What an important goal that could be. Even if it's like... Oh, what a brilliant piece of play from Emmett Doran. This bit of hold-up play to then pop it around the side. Look at that finish as well. That's so calm. What a goal. Really good work, and it's no more than we deserve. Emmett's basically given him a goal there. Gorgeous work from Emmett Doran. Porto winning. Yes! Porto are winning away at Dortmund. I mean, we should be winning here. Oh, hang on a minute. Imagine. Come on, thighs. Put this on Palanek Mate's big head. Okay, that works also. Maybe second phase. We'll get him with a long corner. Thighs freeze. Back post. Mayeni! Yes! Come on! Nice 1. Treaty 2. Moses has parted the Nice defense beautifully. Before anything else happens, I'm going to do this. And immediately do that. Oh, what a turnaround. Come on. Well, I mean, hey. Whether that made us any stronger defensively, it certainly seems to have freed us up. It's a lovely finish from Moses on the up bounce there as well. I mean, hey, he's starting for the rest of the season, though, even though he's leaving. Wow. And that's no more than we deserve. Oh, I swear to God. I mean, honestly, that should have been a goal. We can all agree that should have been a goal. That guy just has to control that instead of just shooting first time. We've just got away with that. Oh, come on. Don't let it happen again. They don't deserve anything from this game. We do. We've been brilliant. Freese. Alaku. Dinking it through. Oh, dear. Hang on. Come on, win that. Oh, shit. The fucking bed. Okay, good. I was worried that he was going to pop that into the channel there. But luckily he didn't. I mean, he might still do. Okay. There's still a highlight to come, though. That's the issue. We need to be... Oh, no way. Hang on. It's Tortosa. What is the keeper doing? Oh, square it. What was this? Why is Tortosa so far forward? He was like the pressing forward of that play. Ackman, oh my goodness me. The Tortoise to the rescue. The Tortoise blocking that might well have just... Oh, for crying out loud. Let the game finish, please. Over the top for Emmett Doran now. At least we're the ones on the attack, which is weird because we're time wasting, but sure. Oh, hang on. Oh, Christ, on a bike. Just time waste, please. Yes, Ahmed. Oh. He just runs it out of play. Could we... Finish this game off, please. I beg of you. Win the header. Oh, God. Yes, come on, Mihai. Well done, son. Beautiful. Hold on to the ball. Oh, what on earth? Okay, couple more seconds. Simple. Keep the tempo low. Waste time. Yes, Carpenter. Yes! Nice 1. Treaty 2. That right there could have just saved our season, my friends. Alaku and Mayeni in the 81st and 88th minute. Oh, heart rate a little bit elevated, my friend. Just a teensy bit. He's been doing better than Bart, quite simply. Right, we'll be getting on that Harrow Bishop Ultras in a second. Obviously, once we get out of this menu. Once we have a look at what the other Irish sides are doing, because then we'll have even more reason to celebrate. But the thing is, also, you notice how Carpenter's rating went back up after we switched them around. It was only a slight bit, but it definitely did improve, and it stabilized us a bit. We might make that change immediately. We'll have a discussion about it in a sec. But the thing is, with Porto winning at Dortmund, that puts us in a much, much stronger position. Because as long as Dortmund keep losing, things are getting good for us right now. Maybe we could get out of the group. I don't know if I really want that, but third place would be great. We're going to finishing second again, aren't we? In the space of 9 minutes, we've gone from... The thing is, had we lost that, we'd have had 1 point and Nice would have had 6. We'd have been in deep doo-doo. And at one point, Dortmund were 2-0 up. Also, what a group that is. Hey, Rob. Okay. Right, my heart rate's calming down. Right, let's just look at the other teams now. Yeah, but money, we've got money right now. We need coefficient at the moment. That's really all that matters. Right, come on, give me something good. A point. Hey, It's not the best result in the world, but it is a point. Sligo Rovers gain us an extra coefficient point there. 2-2 draw against Dunajska Streda. It's their first piece of European pointage. It's not over yet. Hey, Charu. It's going good with us. Yes, we were just about nearly dead in Europe, but we came back in the nice 9 minutes and have won a match, which is very, very key. But now, I'm going to show you the result first before we get into actually what the game was. Before we see the table. It's the next group. They've done it! 3 wins out of 3 for Bohemians. Karabag 0, Karabag 1, Bows 2. 9 points out of 9. Incredible. Sortifugel, thank you for the 9 months. Holy shit. Bows are top of the group. Surely they're going to qualify from this point. They're 6 points clear of Valo Reykjavik and have already won in Iceland. Oh, the match stats. Yes, we absolutely can. Hopefully it won't be... Sometimes these can be buggy, so take them with a pinch of salt. Pretty even, really. I'd say pretty even. There. That's fairly deserved. Also, it looks like they could have lost it at the end, so good point. I was hoping they might grab a win in this group, but to be fair, just them not losing every game is so damn key for us. Right. You know, I have a good youngster called Patino. Wait, yeah, it's Charlie Patino, right? He plays for Arsenal. Oh, yeah, bear in mind, Copenhagen won this league. Won this competition like 3 years ago. And they already got beaten by Bows. It was 2-0 as well. So they've got a better head-to-head from them. Right, okay. Chat, I want to see all the Harolds because we've got reason to celebrate. We've pulled one out of the bag. Bows have pulled one out of the bag. And Sligo have pulled one out of the bag. We'll have a look at the coefficient in a minute, but that is a big day for Ireland. Right. Get them Harolds ready, my friends. Oh, and a 5, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Harold, take it away, big buddy.
Tight, you did.
And I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I'm Andrew Harold and I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I try not to lose my temper with myself.
Oh, goodness sake and shit and balls.
The minute you get uptight, you're dead. Dead.
It's true. Oh, and presents, apparently. Presents are like, okay, I guess we're coming back then. Oh, dearie me. So, I kind of want to make this switch now. So, my one question about this. So, let's firstly just do this and make sure I haven't got any custom rolls. So, shoot less often hasn't really affected him much, has it? Plus, am I allowed him to get back on his correct foot? Because I think he's right-footed. So maybe that would help him.
There's a train coming anytime soon. Oh, yes, very soon. They are
Right-footed
building it now.
Right-footed. What about Tortosa? Yeah. Be tough to find a left foot. Nevertheless, though. Oh, hang on. This is quite a tough name for me. Excuse me. Hang on. Liavzid Kiaho. I'm so sorry if I've screwed your name up there. I know I have, but do tell me how to pronounce it properly. But thank you so much for the follow. Name on the Cenk. I think it was Cenk, just standard Cenk Obey rank, wasn't it? The question I now have is, wouldn't this, now having that and that, start to get a little bit overloaded on the right-hand side, where to the point where Ackman's getting absolutely isolated, even though he's further forward? Or would the fact that he's further forward then allow him to cover the space more? Or would it be better off dropping him back to support as well? Even though it would make this side a bit heavily on the supporting side of things. But I do wonder about that on Blahars. Thank you so much for the follow. Because obviously if we're going to make tactical changes, I want to make sure that we keep a nice balance while doing it. Because I see what you mean about having the inside forward being so advanced here with a CA there. It just meant that Carpenter was getting completely as Regista. No, not changing other roles. Just changing... I'm talking about this. That's done. I'm fine with that. I don't want to make any more changes. I have no clue what they do. I liked what we saw there. I don't really need another Regista. Besides, what Tortosa's passing's like? It's fine, but I don't really fancy him being a Regista. Maybe we leave it like that for now. And then change it if we see any things in the league, basically. I think, yeah, I was getting a bit ahead of myself. I like making small changes at once. So, to be fair, that did really well for us in the late stages. However, it's sometimes hard to know how a late stage change will affect you long term because the other team maybe set up a bit differently because they were winning. I think maybe small tests at a time. We deserved that win. We really did. One thing I'm also thinking about, remember, how much do you get for a win in a Europa Conference League game? Is it £470,000? Because Bows have now, if that's the case, got nearly £1.5 million just from wins, alongside an extra £2.5 million for qualifying. They're going to be loaded next season. It's great. Fawn in the guy. I don't think there were any. Oh, actually, there wasn't there? What am I talking about? Of course there were bad performances. Right, let's have a crack. I keep forgetting it. So Carpenu, as much as it's not really his fault, discipline for poor performance. I'll try the day's wage. And Kubek is definitely getting one. What a melon he is. Wait, hang on. Oh, did he get... Why is... 500k for each win? Yeah, so that's good money for them. Why can't I fine Kubek? He didn't get booked in the game. But I can't... But I can criticize it, but I can't... I mean, I will criticize his last game. Maybe that does the same thing. It's weird, though, when sometimes it lets you and sometimes it doesn't. See, look, this one, I can discipline him for it. Odd. How it sometimes randomly doesn't let you. Ackman two-footed, no, not really. So Carpenter accepts it's fine. Try and motivate himself. So we should get, yep, little up power on work rate. Good news. He's a lone player, right? Oh, is that yeah, technically he is. I keep forgetting. Vosserek as well. There's a determination bump, but nothing on the work rate. But that's fine. That might be what it is then, yeah. Oh, God, I'm so relieved. It could all still go tits up, but remember, we've now got a home game against Nice. On a 6.5. He was on a 6.1. So it definitely should have let me. But apparently, maybe it's because he's a lone player. I'm not allowed to discipline him. I can't smack someone else's body. Hey, RPG man. Ooh, a 2-all draw against Nice. We always do so well in this, despite having terrible youth takes. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Ackman is one-footed. The reason we retrained Ackman the way we did was because of his very... Where is he? So he's a weak left foot. So he was originally an inside forward here. But we retrained him to be a right back because, well... And look how well he's done as a right back this season. He's amazing. Love him. Oh, wow. He's going to break the record. Maybe. Still quite a way off, actually. Oh, dear. Inverted fullback. No, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not changing loads of roles for no reason. I want to change. I'm changing one thing at a time, and I don't want an inverted wing back there. Particularly as Ackman is not really the type of... I don't know. He's not got a very good left foot anyway. I'd rather not. I'd rather just keep him where he is. So this guy here, by the way, I tried to sign him because he left Lille on a free transfer, and I tried to pick him up, but he chose to go to... Sorry, he left PSG, and I tried to sneak him out from under them, but wouldn't happen, which is understandable. I'll probably take him off this now, actually. It seems Franco's price has gone up too. You, though. Whenever I see complete forward now, that in my head just means not actually that good, but he is still very solid, and at 17 years old, certainly worth keeping an eye on. Along with the rest of this lot here. Oh, Norwegian. Bendik Neek. Okay, interesting. Oh. Okay, there's a lot of quality players in here. I can't wait for next stream. Look at this. It's going to be brilliant. Wrong foot just fine. Yeah, no, I just don't want one, is my point. I'm quite happy with the current system. I don't like to have them on the wrong foot still, if I can avoid it, but I just don't want an inverted wingback at this point, particularly. Right now, I'm actually quite fine with the current system. I just want to make little changes at once. Like, one of the reasons I wanted Ahmed... Oh, hang on, why am I discarding? Oh, no, of course, yeah. One of the reasons I wanted Ahmed there is because he has great crossing ability, and I don't really want him inverting so much because then he won't be able to use it really because he'll be stuck in the middle. Like, he's a very good wingback, and I want to use him to the best of his abilities, which is as a wingback at the moment anyway. Oh, so we've got a few league games now, which might be the perfect time to test the shit tactic, maybe. Thoughts? Actually, no. For this game, we'll go... Actually, no, fuck it. I feel like testing the shit tactic today. But... I think also making the same change to the shit tactic would make sense. It would behoove us. Yeah. Let me just make sure. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Because obviously we switched them around, so I want to put that shoot less often on him again. Because it was clearly working for him. Top scorer in the league. Oh, yeah, coefficients. Sorry, my bad. Yes. The biggest thing of all. So we were at 3.3 points. That's a full point of coefficient in one day. The shit tactic, I'm trying to prove that the match engine doesn't reward good chances. So I've made a shit tactic that... Oh, Darcher! You legend. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. That's so unbelievably nice of you, my friend. Let's get some presents and some hype. If you have just been gifted a sub by Darcher, then do be sure to thank him. How's it going, man? So the reason I'm doing the shit tactic is because I want to prove that the match engine rewards bad quality chances. So the idea of the shit tactic is that it creates set piece chances, long range shots, low quality headers that seem to just go in whenever I play against AI teams. I want to see... he does have 18 long shots, but my point is he scored 26 goals by doing what he's doing. Don't really want to change that when he's our top scorer, because I don't want him shooting from range. I do kind of want him doing that actually in this tactic, so actually, fair point. In this tactic, I definitely want him doing that. Also, does he have 18 long shots? I thought it was like 12. Oh, 17, fair one. I got confused with Jesse Rakic, who has also got very long shots. And I also, with this, want to turn off... Oh my god, FM! I hate how pernickety it is trying to select this stuff. There we go. Yeah. The forwards rolls with the midfield. Well, if I switch the inside forwards roll with the midfield, then surely that would defeat the point of switching the midfielders over. The whole point of switching the midfielders over was to offset those guys. If I switch them back, we'd just have the same problem on the other side, surely. Oh, dear. Right. Literally, yeah, because that's what I see happen to me constantly when I'm playing against other teams with Tromsø. So I wanted to see if you could make a tactic that focuses on creating shit chances that just seem to go in constantly. So it's just an idea. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know, but I'd be very disappointed if it did almost. But I'm curious to find out. Okay. So, oh, okay, Moses through the middle. Sure, why not, eh? Obviously, that means Aluku can have a rest as well. Alexic, nah, we'll play Espen for this one. Dia in there, that's all good. All good, all good, all good. I'm curious to see how this goes. Really, very interesting. So it's shoot on sight, early crosses, all that shit, basically. What's that? Yeah, I'm not doing an inverted wingback. I'm really quite happy with our current setup at the moment. We haven't tested any of the new changes yet before I want to make a load more, which I don't. That's just not how I do tactics. If you make 10,000 changes at once, you will have no idea what worked or why. It's just, to me, not a viable solution. Right, let's see. If the player was super successful... Oh, I'd be super annoyed if this worked, honestly, because it would show that the match engine doesn't reward you creating actually good chances, like a football match, you know? But I just see so many long shots going and so many low-quality headers that I want to see if this is actually a functional tactic. Highlight levels, maybe. To be fair, the highlight level doesn't actually show you anything... Sorry. The game kind of already decides what it's going to show. The highlight level is just, as far as I know, each thing is flagged with like a certain priority level that goes into different highlight brackets. So I suspect that that's what it is. But I'm curious. Watch us now lose every game with this. If it works, we switch into it. If what works? Oh, God, no. This is just, like... Besides, if it works against Derry City, that doesn't actually mean anything. It just means that it works against Derry City. We could play probably 7 players up front against Derry City and probably win. But I want to see if the chances are going in, I suppose. So just a quick bomb ball over the top for Vosterek. Instantly through. Watch us win like 11-0 or something. It's early days yet, but it's not the sort of passes we'd normally make, is it? Yeah, it's those corner of the box ones. Also, maybe it's just putting them in a different position. Like, nice little one-on-one there from Vosterek. Not a low-quality shot. True, but still wouldn't normally go in, though, would it? The amount of those I see saved every single game. But yeah, it's also not really a one-on-one either, is it, really? Because he's not, like, completely squared onto the keeper. But that's what I mean. I'm trying to create those exact chances. If that had gone in. Verbruggen is still here, but he's had some really, really bad performances lately. To the point where his backup has become the starter. That was one of those that definitely go in kind of shots, wasn't it? But it didn't, though, in fairness. O'Hare. Plus, remember, this is a much worse team as well. This is not our first team. Oh, hey, there you go. Thankfully, we've won the league, and it doesn't matter what happens here. So, I'm curious. Oh, it's been disallowed anyway. Releasing to Porto. To be fair, he basically was playing for Porto, Darcher, in the game against us. It certainly felt like he was, anyway. Oh, fair one, yeah. Sorry, I actually I think I just misread it. It's just, yeah, you know me. I don't like making changes if I don't have to, because unless I can identify a problem and actually have a solution to it. He's through again. Vosterek's through again. Slightly off angle. I mean, he probably should be scoring that, actually, but maybe he was too close. Maybe that was a one-on-one. I love how much possession we're actually managing to obtain, despite playing a shoot-on-sight type of tactic where you'd give away a lot of the ball. What if passing to space would... No, stick with what you got for the moment, Matt. This is just interesting. Yeah, keeper didn't come out true. Which means he probably should have scored, honestly. Here we go again. It should be hitting the target, yeah. I mean, players miss the target sometimes. That just happens, right? Dear. Skipping through challenges. Okay. Now, obviously, I'd like to see how this would work. This is going to be really interesting when we play... I'm going to definitely play this in the Irish Champions Cup matches against the Northern Irish guys, because we'll be able to play a full-strength side for those games, and I want to see how it does with the, you know, the proper big boys in the team. If nothing else, in the league, though, it will give us an opportunity to have both strikers playing, and that will be just good for their development, if nothing else, to have a two-striker tactic for domestic games anyway. Just so we get more... Oh, here we go. Moses is through. I mean, that was actually a genuine one-on-one a little bit there. But it's just simple. Ball through the top. Player scores. Yeah, it's because I've always struggled to understand what the game considers an early cross and what it doesn't. But what often happens, I find, is sometimes you'll get a cross from, like, here. But essentially, it's just a through ball. It's very interesting, isn't it? And we're getting a lot of pass into space without having pass into space switched on. It's interesting, right? But it's always worth noting as well that the key thing about this is to overperform your XG. One of the problems I've often had... Can we see the tactic? Yes, I'll show you at half-time, if you remind me. It's really dog shit, but that's kind of the point. Manage tactic with 3-strike. Trying to think where I'd get the extra striker from in terms of the rest of the tactic. You'd have to kind of go narrow to do that. Though, I suppose if you had 3 strikers, you wouldn't need the wide men, would you? You could have like 3 strikers and then a guy in attacking mid after that. So yeah, basically what I did was I just took our normal tactic that we've been using, dumped in an extra striker on advance forward. Then it's like things that you would expect you to create low quality chances. So playing for set pieces to get chances from corners, long shots, i.e. shoot on sight, and then hitting early crosses as well. And a slightly higher attacking width just because we're quite a wide team as it is. That's all I did. I don't think I changed anything else after that. No, everything else is the same. But that's basically all I did. I'm just trying to prove a point, I suppose. So we'll see. But right now, looks pretty stable. Alaku fit in. Oh, he doesn't. Bear in mind, this is just a test. I wouldn't use this against like teams in the Champions League, probably. This is just more of a, I want to see if the match engine reacts to it the way I think it will. More than anything. Plus, it means that in the league games, we can drop Alaku and have him a bit of a rest, and then allow a second striker to come in. Which is always nice. Although at the moment, we are still underperforming a little bit. Standard. Maybe it's just FM. Plus, it's only one game. Yeah, keepers... Well, see, that is because I think there's a slight misconception about the way that certain goalkeeper instructions work. Some of them only apply when the goalkeeper has the ball in his hands. This is quite nice football, actually. Okay, that was really quite bad there. Because all he has to do is drop that across. But then I do have it on whipped crosses, so that's my fault. Oh, that's another thing. It's got whipped crosses to unsettle opponents. In theory. Okay. Might make a couple of subbies here just to freshen this part up. Particularly as I was playing Tortosa as the CM in attack. Oopsie. Plus, Alaku can actually play in midfield, like deeper, if we need him to. Probably get, yeah, we'll get Novakovic on for a bit. Different mentalities. That and the instruction, as far as I know, only applies to certain things like, where is it? So, for example, stuff like this doesn't always apply when the keeper has the ball at his feet. It's weird, particularly when you have the distribution type on top of that too. That's where I find that the keepers will often bang it long for no reason. It's because they're ignoring a certain instruction because technically it's not. It's weird. I think it used to be harder last year. It seems like it's been more streamlined this year a bit. Moving pass into space on the main system. Oh, we don't have pass into space on the main system anymore. So last year, you know, at the end of the last Champions League group, where we managed to pull out those 2 wins against Inter and Villarreal, the reason we did that was because we turned off pass into space. So pass into space isn't on the main system anymore. Hasn't been this whole year. That's why we've been so much better at keeping possession. Basically, I saw that we were giving the ball away too easily in the first match against Inter when we were a goal down. So I switched it off, and then it made a huge difference. Novakovic, he's going to shoot, isn't he? Well, I mean, he did miss the one-on-one there, technically. But nevertheless, we managed to score anyway. Yep, and now the XG is probably going to be even, like, not, you know, lower comparatively speaking. We're probably up to about 2.6 now, I suspect. Oh, that hit the post, didn't it? Interesting. Yeah, right, 2.56. Close enough. Key thing is that it's overperforming the XG value, which is what I'm actually curious about the most with this tactic. It seems to be working well enough, I'd say. I'm trying to think completely counterintuitively, right? What would I do? What's the opposite of what I would do to make a good tactic? So, this is what I'm trying to do. I mean, so far it's looking good, but obviously, you know, small sample size, bad team. Though we've got a bad team out there too, technically. We're going to give away a penalty here, aren't we, or something? Oh, no, good clearance. Okay. And Vosterek. Oh, what a touch from Jan Vosterek. That is a great touch. Now he's got a lot of work to do by himself, but can he do it? Come on. I want a long-range goal today. Hey, Quinn. Here we go. Right, slip it through. No, that's fine. Wow, we're still doing quite a good job at actually holding possession in certain areas, to be considering the... There we go. Vosterek's in. Takes a touch. Those ones are safe because it's too close to the goalkeeper. So we want to create less of those, basically, because those are always saved. For the most part. Unless the keeper moves a tiny bit right before they take the shot. Pretty much nailed it as far as expected outcome there, really, didn't we? Defensively, not bad either, actually. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Still, very small sample size, but curious. That's not, sometimes we overperform our XG in games as well. What I'm trying to get at is consistently doing it, right? So, F. No, there's no F. This is only the rest of the alphabet today. Email the guy back. Oh, nice poke. Sick. Bo's dropping points. Drogheda are so good this year. I'm genuinely impressed by them. That's alright, no, don't worry. I was just messing around. Emailing other guys, I know. 2 goals for Jan. Lovely to see. Dundalk booked Champions League ticket. Even lovelier to see. Good Catenaccio. The problem I find is that as much as you could try that and the game has things built in for you to do that, the match engine doesn't reward certain styles of play, as we're currently finding out. Actually, that's a really bad example right now. We'll do it again against Bows. Because we've got a bit of a gap now. Oh, good lord, look at this. I love how I can't instruct my Doff to do anything there. I can regret to inform you, I cannot recommend any of them. Billy, no. When is our next Champions League game? I suspect it's after the Scamrock game, right? Yeah, it is. So I'll do it against Bows. Then we'll rotate for Shamrock. And then we'll go for there. Stefan Jung, you're 18, that'll do. Guaranteed, yep. They are. And more importantly, because they're in the Europa League, if we get the same weird buys that we got last season, it will mean they'll get guaranteed group stages in the Conference League again. And them having that back-to-back is going to be massive because it will give them an opportunity to build up coefficients, which you know how important that is for the individual ones as well. Yep. Ingu. Yeah, we got a bloody replay of all things. Just because, no, what we really needed right now was extra games. Alonso. So Alonso's banked 21 goals this season, which is excellent. Vickers has done well there too. Oh, Irvin was sent off. Point is, the 2 strikers that we knew were really good, coincidentally, have been really good. Florian Weiss has got 23 goals in 36. And Alonso's got 21. But look, Gautier's done really well for Bows as well. It's kind of crazy that Bows have only got 1 player on loan from us too, considering how well they're doing in Europe. Whereas Dundalk have got a couple of really good ones. It's actually St. Pat's that have got the most. Sligo have got a few as well. Take over the Irish national team? No. It's not part of the save because it doesn't... Like, the Irish national team won't affect the league, basically. So something we're not doing. That, and I find international management absolutely abysmal on FM at the moment. So 2 goals for Andy. Exactly. Andy's done the job. Well, the thing is, I can only loan players to clubs that want them. So it's first come, first serve, really. This is what happened in Norway. And essentially, the clubs that started taking the players on a more regular basis were the ones that developed more. But if Bows and Dundalk consistently keep getting into Europe as number 1 and 2, then the amount of money they're going to generate... I mean, look at what Bows are doing this year. They're going to be able to double their wage budgets very, very easily, and it's going to be great. I'd much rather have us, Dundalk and Bows, in Europe every single year for, like, the next 5 years. Just, well, obviously us, but, like, consistently in the same spots to really try to push that along. Hey, Clip, how's it going? How's your day going, my friend? Scored 4 goals in 4 league games for not scoring. Wow. That's kind of mad that they actually let you do that. Right, so, fuck it, I'll bring Bart back. No, I don't trust him. Vostok and Doran. What a pairing. That's intriguing. So this is going to be a very interesting test because this is a much better lineup. With Vostok and Doran in there. Surely Novakovic is on the... Is he not? He's always so low. Put yours there. There we go. I've done that a few times, like where I've yelled at my team after a 3-0 victory accidentally when I've just clicked the wrong button and they'd be like, oh, fine, we get it, boss. I'm like, really? Here, but yeah, she does that. Clip. Nah, it's a recruitment agency. And another recruitment agency got in touch with Pog. We'll have to keep an eye on the left back situation as well with the other tactics. So that'll be a better idea when we play the Scamrock game. Although it will be a rotated squad, so it'll probably be Dia starting over Karpanu. I should have said we owe them. Never miss an opportunity to tell them you owe them. I regret starting Kubek here, but there you go. Okay. Different tactical shape as well, I think, for them. This will be interesting. Plus, Bows are a much better side than Derry City are. So this is going to be an interesting one. To see whether these sort of goals start going in here. Recruitment agency to find her the best recruitment agency. Literally. Plus, the amount of recruitment agencies that she's had come to her that were just offering her to work at the recruitment agency. Ovalar got 560 something, if I recall. Doran is nearly at 350. So, he's still miles away. But it does show what a servant he's been to the club over this period. So, big up him. Right, come on. There we go. Good stuff. Right. Frozen thighs? Yes. That's the kind of passes you just weren't seeing before. Vostok's in. And he's missed. Oh, dear. I do love those. They just look up, bang, ball over the top. Despite us not playing pass into space or having, like, long passing switched on. It's really interesting. Freeze. Palnik Mate. Good head. Lovely stuff. 1-0. Palnik Mate. Another goal for him. He'll get a lot more goals now because he's extremely good in the air, and now he's the guy that we're targeting for corners. He's like, I think he's got 17 jumping reach. And obviously he's got good heading because he's a centre-back. So that's a good start. But naturally, of course, we miss the one-on-one, then score the low-quality chance from a corner. But that's exactly the point I'm trying to make with this tactic, so we'll see. It's about the types of goals we're going to score with this. That's what I'm going to find most fascinating about it. But I'm just looking at it as a way as well of just developing our second strikers in the league so we can play both of them. Get them chances through on goal. Freeze again. Oh, nearly. Typing of the dead. What is the typing of the dead? I'm curious what does that mean? That's an interesting statement. Is oddly ephemeral. Not ephemeral, ethereal. There we go. Freeze from midfield. Oh my god! Okay, that's a bit much there, Thighs Freeze, buddy. That was a little bit over the top. Oh, a game? I don't know. I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting, though. I know he has long shots, but if that one goes in, I'd have questions. Still, nice effort. Imagine if this did work and it was just Thighs Freeze banging in bangers every 10 minutes. Mavis Beacon. Oh, God, that's a blast from the past. Well, so far, pretty comfortable. Get keyboard. You know, Clip, we've been severely lacking dad jokes without your presence. Oh. Annoying. That's disappointing. Yeah, I remember Mavis Beacon. Mavis Beacon teaches typing. Those were the days. Well, that's a little bit shit. I don't know, mate. I don't know what to say. Right. Kubek's being absolute gash again. But when is he not? Carp's having a poor day again as well. Oh, dear. Then again, I suppose it was him that was... Really? Slide tackle assist? Are we serious? But, of course, it's a 1-on-1, so he's missed. I know. Bloody work. Useless, Clip. Useless. How are you, man? Where are the fans? Ah, they're Bows. They ain't got no fans. It's a very big stadium. I think it's probably the biggest stadium in the league. Until the Dara Galvin Memorial Stadium is finished. In which case, at that point, I think we will then have the biggest stadium in the league. Which is going to be awesome. Just under 10k. And hopefully with room for expansion. I don't know what if there's any like hard set rules on how big the expansion can be? Like, is it like double the size of the stadium? What a ball. Oh my goodness, mate. Oh, I missed it. Interesting play. Outcome not so good. I just wonder if it's just you're just not allowed to score. Okay. Wide men sort of struggling a little bit. So we'll get Moses in there, and we'll go for Alexic on that side. And honestly, Carp. Nah, we'll leave him for the moment. Oh, believe me, if we got a goal every time we hit the post, we'd have so many points. Hacks! Thank you for the follow. The worst thing about this is probably going to go to extra time as well. It's the second time we've played against Bows, and here we are. Well, it would appear that we're still creating chances today. So at least the tactic still works from a creative standpoint, but it appears that it seems to encounter the exact same problems. And yes, I'm aware I just brought in Sinisa Milosevic in place of Flyers Freeze, but got to keep the squad fresh. Oh, dear. Well, this is suboptimal. It is at least good that it's still creating chances, but it would appear that it's still running into the same problem because naturally it feels like the match engine still wants to create good chances. That's going to be offside. Be more annoyed, I guess, but then that does still leave me a lot of questions about what you're supposed to do at that point then, because it does feel like you still concede the goals that are low quality, but you just can't seem to score them, and it's a little bit annoying. Hello, Pog. How going, love? But it's all data at the end of the day. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I've tried criticising strikers all the time. I used to do it a lot, particularly with people like Panache. Bloody hell. All right. What up? How do, big man? Huh? Big Chief. Sorry, Big Chief. That's my bad. Go on, Vosterek. What are strikers on this game anymore, eh? Oh, dear. They do. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Miami. Of course, that goes... That's offside. What's up? Thighs of Steel, love. Have we drawn the groups? Oh, yeah, no, we're already 3 games into the groups. The groups were drawn last stream. Huh? Oh, I could be persuaded. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Dear. Scored nonetheless. Yeah, exactly. Which is a bit of an issue to me, because that would then suggest that it doesn't matter what you do tactically. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? But that would explain why Zlatko was so consistent at scoring goals, because he was so much better than everyone else, and as a result, it swung the balance so heavily in his favour, even in one-on-one chances. So we got Nice, Dortmund, and Porto in our group, which might sound good, but it's been nothing but trouble up until the last game so far. Foster, right, don't worry, where's the runners? Alexis is through. What is this? What is FM? This will probably go in now because the goalkeeper's off to his left a little bit. What up? Broke the draw. GG. GG's. Were we really still the last team to win a league game at Anfield? Surely Liverpool have won since then, Klopp. I know we put them in the the mud a little bit, but it wasn't that bad, surely. But that's the one we get the goal from, of course. The one where the keeper actually makes a save, but then there's an open net. You really do have to get open goals, don't you? It's fascinating. It's an interesting case study in, like... Because the keeper somehow still saves that, but then... he's nearly missed it, admittedly. Did eventually get it over the line there. Just the 3.94 XG in this game. I think we just about edged it. Well, it's pretty creative. I'll say that for sure. Bugger me. Wow. It's certainly interesting. Sligo win again? Yeah, they're not getting back into Europe this year, are they? No chance. Right. Oh, we got money for that. Cool. Of course, now we get another game. Oh, wait, hang on. Which game has just been rearranged? They're actually going to... Oh, no. So I'm going to have to play a rotated side here against Waterford because we've got Nice in 4 days. But we also need to win with the rotated side. Oh, well, without those two anyway. Good God. Because the last thing we need is Waterford being in Europe. Hey, Esroff. Play 3 of them. Yeah, play the main tactic. Probably for the best. Actually, yeah. It's worth doing it anyway, otherwise we'll keep it. We'll have it untrained. So we'll go the main tactic against Waterford, just because it's probably a bit more defensively stable. Just in case. But we're going to have to rotate. We need everybody fresh and firing for Nice. That game against Nice is the most important game this season. Because I think, for me, we win that, third is done. 3.5 at half. Yeah, but then the problem is if you're not 3-0 up at half-time, then you've still got them on the pitch, and you need them for the next game, which is just vastly more important. I'm still going to rotate. Are Watford even in the top flight? I think that our B team should be capable of beating a second-tier side, who are second in the second division. How have they blagged their way to a cup final, by the way? Also, Bray look like they're going to be returning to the big leagues again. Farp's all the way down in 8th now. They've completely fallen off the wagon. Oh, yeah, we're going to... I've said that out loud now, which means inevitably we will lose this game. But the point is it's out there now, and there's nothing I can do about it. Battered would it hurt our coefficient? I mean, technically, yes, because it would be at the expense of a side who would maybe not get battered. Bottom Trod... Wait, did they? Yes, they did. 11 draws and a win. No, it was the League Cup. We actually won the League Cup in the first season of the save. Moses start against Nice. Yes, because Kubek's been trash. And Moses did really well, admittedly. It's a shame he's leaving, but... You know, at least we can use him in the meantime, while he does at least still want to play for us. It feels like Kubek's already left, if that makes sense. Right, so we want rotation. Okay, not that much rotation. I draw the line somewhere. Which also means that I put Alexic next, and then Millie plays the next game. Kubek starts here, which is fine. Hansen, Maganic, Cunningham, Martins, that's fine as well. And I'm still going to start Alberto. That's fine. Moses is leaving. There was a little contract situation, which basically meant that I had a promise to him to play him in matches. The promise wouldn't expired after the window for him to be able to sign for other clubs opened, but he wouldn't talk to me until the promise would expire, even though he was playing in every game. It was a little bit stupid. Who is Alberto wanted? That's a good question, actually. What should be Barca? I think we've got a cracking keeper here. I really do. Like, Bart was never even wanted by those sides. The biggest sides, we saw a lot of, like, Middle Eastern sides, and also, maybe they think it is Bart. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, I already do that, Jan. You'll notice that the base tactic, shoot less often. Shoot less often. Not on him, obviously. Shoot less often. Shoot less often. I have it on any player, for the most part, that... Wait, do I want that? Yes, I do. Oh, I didn't change that, did I? Yeah, Barcelona would trigger that ridiculous clause that we didn't know. Chelsea want Novakovic? Probably. Wouldn't be funny if they did. No, just Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal. Everyone except Chelsea. I'll see you later, Clip. Have a nice day, man. Release fee? No. No release clause on Alberto, as far as I'm aware. We'll just quickly look. Nope. Tell a lie. Yeah, there is one. I forgot about that. I didn't really know. I knew there was one other guy that had one. Luckily, they won't do anything yet, so we can sort that out later and get him a new contract after the season's over and get rid of the release clause, hopefully. Yeah, new contract, but not right now, just because we'll get distracted by it. We'll sort that out. Enter contract now. Okay, right. So here's what's going to happen. Because we're middle of the season, he's going to demand like £30,000 a week. And that nonsense. Like, mate, you're already here. You don't get to do that. Oh, good. What? Yeah, no, that's probably going to be a no from me, boss. Sack agent. Can't ask them to sack their agent. I mean, how many times do we have to go over this? You can't ask a player to sack their agent unless they come to you asking for a new contract. That's the only time they will allow you to ask them to sack their agent. Yeah, I've noticed this a lot lately. Players demanding you to reduce their release clauses in new contracts where you're giving them loads more money. This is something that's wasn't happening since the latest update. Or rather, has only started happening to me since then. It happened with SPAC as well. Stanislav SPAC had the exact same thing. Where I tried to give him a new contract and his agent wanted me to halve his release clause and give him an extra 20 grand a week. I'm like, are you joking, mate? Can he sack his accountant? Now that I could do. Yeah, so that's why I don't do that in the middle of the season. If you do, I always find that when you're trying to do it in middle of the season like that, they will ask for weird shit. The moment the season finishes, it'll probably be fine. Yeah. As long as I can try to get him on a new deal before the window, then we should be okay. Or, best case scenario, he comes to me and asks for a new deal, and then I can get him to sack his agent. That's the dream. Increasing his asking value as high as he's happy with. I just think that, like, I'd rather just get rid of the clause entirely. We should be able to. You just have to keep trying at random intervals, and eventually you'll find a way of doing it. It's kind of like in Nomads last night when I was explaining about how teams one day to another will ask for stupid amounts of money with their players. So with the Lee Dilly thing, where they wanted me to pay them 60, 70 million pounds to have him for one season, 2 days later, they let me have him for basically for free. The game is so weird about stuff like that. That's why you should always try again sometimes with people. Even if you think they're too expensive at first, sometimes they just randomly change their mind. It's so odd, particularly with loan signings. The loan system is utterly messed up. It's not even an exploit. It's not even an exploit anymore. It's just sometimes randomly it'll be like, here you go, have a player for free. So dumb. I like it occasionally. Right, we need to get through this game and win. I mean, they're a second tier side. What could possibly go wrong? He said, tempting fate. The story of Moise Kipre. Well, he's now on 15 absences. I've been saving them up so that I could do a special little meme about it in a video and then I turn it into a TikTok. So he's now missed training or match days 15 times in the just over a year that he's been at the club. I've never seen a player miss training that many times in a year. Kubek from the spotty. Nice. Oh, thank you, RPG man. Yeah, I'm having a great time with Nomads at the moment. I really, really am. I know the videos have been getting even longer lately, but there's just been so much stuff to put in them that it's been hard to keep them down in the length, honestly. People seem to be liking them, so that's what really makes me happy. I've really, really been enjoying YouTube lately, making the videos and just, I don't know, Chomps is just fun. He's just an alcoholic, literally. He's missed like 5 match days because of it. I've never seen them miss match days. Well, bear in mind, I didn't even piss him off. So he started doing that before he even came to me and said the shit about being homesick and that. He'd missed training like 6 times before he even started complaining and being a dickhead. It's like that guy has got like really high controversy or something. It's really interesting, considering he was actually in the next gen as the next Frank Kessie. So he's clearly a talented player, just has one of the worst attitudes ever. He's got the ability of Frank Kessie, but the attitude of Adel Taarabt, you know? Or like, who am I thinking of here? The guy that used to play for Man United. Ravel Morrison. I found the Ivorian Ravel Morrison, essentially. Waz. That would make sense. But it's more fun to call him Moise. Oh, go on. Nice. Okay. Right, Hansen's going to score here, isn't he? Hey, don't worry about having strikers when your right back, who isn't a right back, can score those. It's all good. Annually. The thing is, I don't think I've paid Moise Kipre's wages in about 6 months. Because now that he's done so many violations of the club discipline, he's getting fined like 2 weeks' wages every time he does it. It's great. I barely have to pay him anything. Plus, obviously, because of our code of conduct, he keeps getting demoted to the B team every time he does it now. So I have to keep bringing him back up again. Because I'm worried that if he goes back down to the B team, he might stop doing it. So I have to keep bringing him back up into the A team so he'll miss training so I can fine him again. I'm printing money. Just his money. It's great. I want to see if he can get into 20s. If he gets 20 missed training appearances in less than 2 years, that's a TikTok right there. Yeah, true. There's not a lot of bars in Tromsø, I'll be honest with you, Anna. If, like, there is a bit of a nightlife, but it's not like a banging party city, let's put it that way. That's the thing. The man must literally be living paycheck to paycheck because all of his money either goes on paying me or on alcohol. Polish 5th tier save. Yes, I loved it. Although I think we started 4th tier, technically. But the database that I had at the time was so much more... there was so much depth to it. Well, I don't think there's much to be wary of. Poland is very relaxed in terms of rules. You'll have a great time, though. It's really, really fun. The only struggle you will have is pronouncing the team names and the player names. But luckily, if you're playing a personal save, you won't have to say them out loud. It's great. Just remember, there's L's that are pronounced like W's. And W's are pronounced like V's. But only some L's. They're not technically L's. They've got a little line through them. Oh, hang on. Oh, good save. Apostolos Celestas. Thank you so much for the follow. Białystok. Oh, Białystok's great, yeah. There's so many good teams there. Rakov. No, not Rakov. GKS Katowice. V's. You won't see any V's, I don't think. Because they don't really need them as far as the language goes. Ask RDF for Polish words. Is RDF Polish? Oh yeah, and also the DZ is pronounced J, so it'd be a miedź, wouldn't it? Also, there's another. Oh god, which team was it? Was it Swansk? That the A with the little line through adds like an NG sound. Oh, he's Polish. Oh, that's sick. Viz would also know because Viz lives in Poland, and I think Viz's partner's Polish too. Yeah, I mean, Polonia was really good fun. Lechia Gdansk, yep. Had the Asmati Cash, exactly, yeah. Everybody wants to be Polish. Oh, that's a great finish. He's going to be offside, I suspect. No? Well, alrighty then. Okay, we're actually making quite light work of them. It's almost like they're a second tier side, eh? I tempted fate and I won. I stared right into the abyss and the abyss blinked. Also, doing alright in front of goal today. Maybe because the goals have been coming from people that can't finish. It's great. Actually, I think both strikers have scored. Or rather, no, Novakovic has goal. That's good. Maganic really shouldn't be playing as a left back, but we desperately needed him there today. He's going to be a great homegrown player. Ireland rules. No, Ireland's rules are non-existent, Hayden. There is one rule in Ireland, and that is any non-EU player must be on £300 a week. Minimum. That's it. There is no other rules to squads. There's not even registration windows. And put it this way, by the time you come around to signing non-EU players, you'll be paying them more than £300 a week anyway. Great goal. We're not just finishing Emma. It feels like the forward attributes you would the things you would associate with scoring seem to be completely non-existent. This is a great finish. This is a centre-back, by the way. Brilliant finish from Orlando Martins. Turn on lower leagues in Scotland like the Highland League. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I mean, I obviously didn't know that because I don't know your PE teacher. But I didn't know they were actually playable. I thought those leagues were... I take it that's with an extended database because I'm pretty certain you don't go any lower than Tier 4 in Scotland without the extended ones, right? This is some really nice football, by the way. Kubek's in. But he misses. One of the players with good finishing attributes would miss. Ah, dear. Arsenal lead 1-0. Really? Actually, that's not really that surprising, is it? What we're talking about is Man United. Although Arsenal haven't been on the greatest of runs lately, have they themselves? Tell the players you could, I guess, yeah. Oh, of course Mozza did. Yeah, it was one of the first databases released, wasn't it? This has been a solid performance. In terms of everything, actually. I guess it's just because the chances have fallen to players that wouldn't normally score, which helps. Oh, no, fair one. We'll see this year from Man United. I find that hard to believe, Paul. I don't know. I feel like I have seen worse. I watched the highlights of them against Liverpool midweek. Good lord. I know it's Liverpool, but good lord. I feel like Fulham could give them a game at the moment, and that's not something I usually would say. Oh. Hopefully they'll still be shit next year, but I don't think they will be. Although I also think that it's going to take... What a goal! Dan Hawkins. Wasn't the brother of Justin Hawkins called Dan Hawkins? And wasn't he also in The Darkness? Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, I think Ten Hag's going to take a while. If they give Ten Hag time and actually let him sign the players he wants, I think they'll do really well. But the question is whether the patience will actually be there, because they never seem to have given the time to manage this properly. Yes, that is the Nathan Daly, yeah. Oh, good save. Well, at least they'll have money. That's the thing. They will still be able to offer enormous wages. But it has been a bit of a career killer for players more recently, over the last sort of 5-6 years. Oh. Just another debt secret. There you go. VAR is the best. Also, we've won the cup. 5-1. We were admittedly 5-0 up at half-time, I think. But nevertheless, win's a win's a win. Yeah, it's going to take ages. And if they give them the time and bring the right players, get the tactical ethos in there, and actually build a team rather than a team of really good players that... They're sort of... They're marketing at this point, and you don't want that. So that's nailed down. That's nailed down. The battle for the other spot, though, I wouldn't mind St. Pat's getting in, because they've got a lot of players on loan from us, including that ridiculous striker. So if they sneak into Europe, I'd be really happy with that. Although it could still go to Sligo, actually. Look, they're fucking 7th with a positive goal difference. You hate to see it. Another load of money. Classy Martin's there. Tuchel. Oh, right. I immediately thought Chelsea boss, but of course he's United boss now, isn't he? Just figured Chelsea are after another striker. Because they haven't signed every striker in the world yet. Prefers Martins to Herman. I don't. I don't prefer him. Jean-Marie Herman is pretty freaking good. 116 caps for Belgium. Yeah, he's alright, isn't he? He's a bit good. £103 million United pay for him. Hansen suspended, but that's fine. We've only got one more domestic game left, which is that one there against Skamrock Rovers. Which actually would behoove us to win that game, because it would really help out St. Pat's get back into Europe next year. Oh, look, it's our scholars. Wow. What a wonderful intake we've had this year. A guy could dream. Oh, look, there's about £179 million. It's amazing how long that guy was available for. And nobody signed him for like 5 years. But we just couldn't quite get our rep to a point where we could sign him. Because God, what a signing. He would have changed the game. Ex-Treaty players doing. Which ex-Treaty players? Oh, United. No, Chris McLean is on loan at Hearts at the moment. So he's actually playing Champions League football and he's getting Ireland caps. That guy was such a good player. In addition, so McLean was the guy that we deliberately sold to United because we got a good deal out of it. I think he's got 2 L's in his name, hasn't he? Not 2 L's, 2... There he is. Oh, he's at Rangers now. Okay, so he was on loan at Hearts. Now he's on loan at Rangers. But he's got 11 caps for Ireland as well. This is probably the greatest prospect from our youth academy so far. The other one is Ilya Keating, Ronan's brother, or son more likely, who's at Aberdeen now on loan from Manchester United, but also an excellent centre-back who was pillaged from us before we even got a chance to have him in our youth intake. Yeah, but at least Chelsea would have to pay us a bit more money. Although, then again, given what our board's like, I still can't believe that Arsenal bid 49 million quid. None available on Nice. Okay, our performance analyst needs cats in a treaty shirt. This feels like a pun that I'm not ready for. Sheriff Katz. Oh, he's Belarusian. Do you know what? I don't think I'm interested in a striker with 7 finishing, 9 jumping reach, and no composure. I mean, it's worth a scout anyway, but that is... He's just not very good, is he? He's more of a wide man, honestly. Loan farm, he's 25 years old. We'll scout him anyway, but... I mean, actually, if he's cheap enough, he'd be worth it, probably. But, model citizen. I find that the older a player is, the less likely there are to get out on loan. We'll have a look. If he's cheap, then why not, really? But I think it'd be very unlikely that he'd come out on loan. Plus, he'd probably want quite a large amount of money. Oh, shit. No! Norbert was developing really nicely at St. Pat's. Playing a decent amount of football. That's annoying. We'll see what the other guy's like. He'll come through the scout reports like the rest of them. Those news articles, though, are so useful. You can find so many good players in these. There's only £500 a week there, actually. 50 caps as well, and he's still only on £500 a week. Mental. To be fair, we found Emmett Doran through one of those stories in the media. Oh, chat, you'll love to see it. Look at it. In all its glory, we can finally scroll on the loan report screen. It's a good time. We've got 25 guys out on loan now. The best performances. Bally's done really well at Bray, considering. Vice has done superbly. Silvio Halilai has done really well. For Shelbourne, actually. I'm surprised. Fair one. Unai Alonso has done well. Rastislav Sluka has been out on loan for years. How many games has he played for Sligo now? 126 league games. Knowledge of Poland. My knowledge is pretty sparse. Only comes from having played in that save for, like, what was it, 18 seasons? Even Cole Sprouse, right? He's not even that bad. Although the determination is dropping. But he's playing in the top flight at the age of 18 for Drogheda, who are doing really well this year. Anyone doing particularly poor? Even Andy's grabbed 2 goals for Wexford. Like, it's Andy, right? You can't go wrong with a bit of Andy. Thomas Moore's hurt himself. That's fine. I imagine people that live in Poland, those of you in chat, probably have much better knowledge than me. So his name's actually Connor Sproul, but I just kept calling him Cole Sprouse because reasons. So then we just changed his name. Even Andy. Oh no, his full name is actually Andy. But we shorten it to Andy because, you know, silliness. Oh, he's got a turkey call up. Oh, please don't get caps. Not right now. You're already our highest paid player. The last thing we need is you being even higher paid. Oh, dear. I mean, he's been great. He's been a brilliant signing, but the last thing we need is him getting turkey caps. Anders Agger. We could have Vigor and Agger in our midfield. That's the dream. Was he German? No, he was always Turkish, but he came through at a German club. He came through, I think it was at Greuterfurt, if I recall correctly. Let me have a look. So yeah, he's Turkish. Yeah, he was born in Turkey, but has German second nationality because he came through at Greuterfurt. Hey, Barry. Yeah, Paul. For the most part, like, unless there's an absolute world beater, then I'll try to keep him out on loan as long as possible. The difference was, with someone like Palanik Mate, we were doing ourselves a disservice by keeping him out on loan when he was good enough to play for us in the first team, really. And he's been sensational since then. I love that jumping reach and heading ability. And bravery, too. He's so good in the air. Right. It's Nice time. This is the big one. This is the big one. So we go full strength side. Get that rotated in. Millie and Mayeni. We'll go Tortosa, Fries, Carpenu, now that's fine. Spack and Mate. Akman's preferred. El Barto into goal. And Novakovic onto the bench. Stojinovic also onto the bench instead of Kubek. And that should be ready to go, I'd say. I like what I'm seeing. So we've switched that thing over slightly. So that should be interesting to see. Yes, that would be my prediction. It will be, we'll smash them, get like maybe 2.3 XG, fail to score, and then they'll get... It'll be a good goal, but it'll be like their only chance of the game. It'll be like a well-worked move that just comes out of nowhere. Anyway, I need to pee, but I don't have a pun topic for you. This is bad timing. I'm looking around my room as if I'm going to suddenly find anything pun-related. Trees-related puns. Yes, good stout. We're doing tree-related. Back in a second, friends. Tree-related puns. I'll join you in a minute. Yap stem. Leafwood tap. Baobab lever. You've used a baobab. I mean, you've pretty much won just by using the word baobab. I love how I've just had to add. Oh, dear. Kareem Branchima. David Barkham. Leaf, you know. Holly Gunnar Solskjaer. Harrison Treed. Matt Oakley. I like it. It's just a name. I'm a big fan. Hey, Jake. How's it going, man? Long time no speak. Hope life is treating you well. Ah, Tora and Flora. Leafier Warsaw. Good. Hey, it's that line. Oh, also, chat. F1 people, when's the sprint race today? I need to know so I don't miss it accidentally. Hello, Pogs. A second coffee.
Can we just take time?
Oh, we're taking time, chat. What's up?
To appreciate.
Hang on, do I have to go full screen for this?
My absolutely beautiful coffee.
Pog would like you to appreciate her froth, chat. I'm here all week. Yes.
Unfortunately, you are.
Unfortunately, you are. Brilliant. Once you get uptight, you did. Haywood, thank you for the 12 months, man. That's very kind of you. Goated Froth. There you go. Right. Goated Froth sounds like a team that would play in like the Danish lower league. Garish. Goated Froth BK. Oh, dear. Bye, you lovely person who I adore. Alright, fine. Bye, you big frother. Right. Grow the froth! We have fun. We have fun, you know? Good stuff. Oh, you took some time out. Yeah, I noticed you'd stopped streaming, which made me sad, because I always liked your streams. Are you coming back to streaming, or just playing FM? Oh... Save the copy puns in it. Europa Coniference League is good. My parents used to have a shitload of big conifers outside the front of their house, like massive ones. So this game actually really, really super duper important. Like extremely important. We win, we probably mud them. And guarantee the 3rd spot, which is good. But a defeat, actually a draw would probably be okay as well. No, it wouldn't, would it? You just don't want to take the risk, right? That's a nice thing to see, though. Oh, dear. Nico Williams. Aspen Falconors is very good. Mahogany. Twig Tofting. Hey, that's a fair one, you know? It would be nice if you came back. But believe me, I've been there. Right. We do that. We do that. What are we looking for? Yes, they're at home. Cool. Sligo. Oh, there we go. We'll get to keep an eye on both of them. Oh, God, someone's clipped it. I big up the Clippers.
Absolutely beautiful coffin.
Pog would like you to appreciate her froth, chat. I couldn't even stay straight faced for like more than a second. It's not possible with me. There we go. Cool. Kieran Trippier. Okay. Nottingham Deforestation. Good. Not good. Deforestation bad. Pun good. Right. Imagine if Bose and Sligo both got results. Ooh. Be interesting to keep an eye on the Carp today. See how he does with the slight change of system. Baobab Oka. Come on. That's a bit of a mouthful there. Porto beating Dortmund is... Look how bad Dortmund are in this group at the moment. I'm actually staggered by it. Wow, we have so little possession, and I'm a bit worried about that. It's only 17 minutes in, but Nice are completely controlling this football match, and that is a worry. Part of me wonders if this is going to be one of these games where you just don't turn up. Where the players are just bad. Oh, come on. Right, you're there. Just allows the cross in. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. We had hope for a second. Yeah, but we can't risk it, because if Dortmund beat us, then we'll be through. We'll be out. We need to get a draw here. Or a win. A win would be better, do you know? Look at this. Again, 1 shot on target, 1 goal. What is it about this team? How good they are at doing this? It does look like we've come back into it a bit, though. Around that same sort of time. So I'm not too worried just yet, but I do hate having to come from behind. Constantly in these games. Oh, God. Don't you dare let them have another one. Okay, don't foul him, don't foul him, don't... Are you shitting me? Every shot on target. They just score every shot on target. It's... Right, we're going to have to go high tempo immediately. This is insane. Okay. Wait, did that even count? I think that counted. Oh, lordy, look. Wait, that was the highlight. That was the fucking highlight. Bo's winning. No, that's not Bo's. That's Besiktas. Never mind. This is absurd. They just seem to be able to score every single shot they get on target against us, and yet we can't seem to do the same, ever. Come on, Spack. Let's go. We have to bail out a draw. We've been really good in the home games and just not taking any of the results that we should have done. Tortosa freezes through. Oh! This game, man. Oh, right. Come on. Ball in. Palanek Mate over the bar. Good Lord. Dibbly Diaz. This is absurd. I just don't know how they are able to do it. So consistent. I love the way he just backed into him there. Right, intercept. No, okay. Carpenter's actually had a good game so far, which is good signs. Shame about everything else, but that is actually a good sign about the tactical setup, I suppose. And he should get... What a tap. I am so bored of this. This is absurd. I've just... Slide tackle assist. Scores from the edge of the box. Straight off the post. If we come third, yeah, but we still have to come third. That's the problem. And when you're conceding every single shot on target, no matter where it's from... Good Lord, man. Are you joking? Interception? Nope. Maybe could have been, actually. Right, you're there, you're fine. Why are you heading the ball? The ball is at your fucking feet. Okay, ball. Vosterek. He's not going to be able to score from this. Oh, actually... It's the Porto game all over again. They've had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. And yet, I just don't understand this fucking game sometimes. How good is Riyadh Talbi's finishing? He must be really good. He is actually extremely good. Let's not take that away from him. That's what you need. Oh. Thank God Dortmund are bottling it. It's just, you see it so fucking often. Right. Okay. He's frothing. I am legitimately frothing. Who's playing badly? Other than the goalkeeper. Hilariously, the best performance on the pitch is Stefan Carpenter, which actually makes me think that the tactical change has worked. But the game's just like, no. Doesn't matter about that. Oh, right. I was about to just load the thing up so we can see the other games, but... Oh, God, this is in, isn't it? Hey, they missed one! Holy shit, imagine. Thank God for... The problem, though, is if Dortmund beat us in Germany, we're out. We will come bottom of the group. And we probably will lose there. Right, well, Conference League... 0-0. Sligo are winning! Sligo are winning away from home. So that's good. Yeah, exactly. Bo's home ground. No, we're playing at... well, we might be. If their home ground is a place called Holman Park, but I don't think it is. We play all our European home games at a place called Holman Park. It's just, unfortunately, it's one of those games where there's not really a lot you can do because we create the chances, we miss them, they get no chances, but they score them. Right, ball in. Okay, cleared. Oh, put a foot in, I beg you. Maybe. If we get one back, we would pull off the miracle of all miracles to start the miracle. Look at this passing play from Lee. Lee? From Nice. Right, get in there. There we go. Well played. Now we move. Now we need to see some quality. I'm going to get Emmett Doran on soon because it's ED7. If anyone can do it, it's him. Lily. Okay, Carpenter's ball. Fucking hell. Emmett's on. No, the shit tactic will make us shitter. I'm not doing that right now. We're actually playing well. That's the thing. We're actually playing okay. It's just what it is, isn't it? Sky, thank you for the 100 bits. That's very kind of you, my friend.
OK herre is fotballmanagers response to krøllalfa SecondYellowCard complaint.
Everything's over the bar. Swear to God. Able to play Nice away from home. Yeah, could we just play both games away from home? We were actually really good there. We've been really good here as well. Ingrid is savage right now. The next score against HAK. That makes me feel a bit better, I must admit. That's always a good sign. Millie. Ball through for Emmett Doran. Oh, I'm uninstalling this. Bows are winning. I'm actually going to fucking uninstall this. Oh, dear. Emmett's a really good striker. He's got really good finishing. He's got really good composure. He's got every possible good attribute you could have for a striker. But does that fucking matter? No. Okay, we move. Millie's coming off too because he's been dog shit as well. As has Moses, in fairness. And unfortunately, I don't really have anyone to replace. Actually, Millie's been better than Moses. I might get Espen on that side, in fact. Ackman's been poor today, which is disappointing. Maybe Stojanovic for a bit. He's better defensively. Cool. Straight out the keeper on a 1-on-1. Well, I mean, at least he didn't hit the keeper, I suppose. I guess. He 2-0 to Porto, at least, so that's helpful. Ah. I mean, they should be embarrassed that this is the thing you sell to people, honestly. Because it's not just about one game, is it? It's consistently, no matter what you do, seemingly the same things over and over ad nauseum. And that's a bit disappointing. And this is, of course, just the ultimate in nonsense result, which obviously does happen, of course, in real life all the time. But it's the consistency at which it seems to constantly happen that is a bit disappointing for me. But we are going to lose here by the looks of it by a very comfortable margin. Maybe we could get one back late on. We should score a goal today. It is actually an embarrassment that we haven't. They just miss every chance. We look quite good as well. It's been a really strong performance based on every other factor. Thighs freeze. Falconors. Saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, dearie me. Whew. I actually want to see how bad this can get. I'm curious now more than anything else. It's... Okay, that's just a bad pass. Go on, make that tackle. Nearly. Sinisha's done well since he came off the bench. That's a foul. Lost a bet on. Yeah, in it. Like, we have been really good in our home games in Europe this year and somehow conceded 6 goals in games where our opponents have managed to not even get to 1 XG. I'll go up as on a 6. Bear in mind, the other goalkeeper... Oh, go on, Emmett. He's through on goal. If I say words, I will be in trouble. We played a different goalkeeper this time because the last time around the keeper made an absolute mare. This will probably go in now, of course, because it's the least good chance we've had all night. Hey, imagine that! I'm serious. Those go in, though. You know, scoring free kicks is really easy in real life, as you know, because obviously, chat, every game there's at least 3 or 4 free kick goals that go in. Those ones go in. Pathetic, isn't it? But the best you can do is try to work around it. But, yeah. Oh, dearie me. Technically, a couple of goals back. You never know. Life is fun. Maybe it's the little kick up the arse we needed here to get this game back on the track. We got a goal now. You never know what could happen. Stojanovic. Alaku. Where's the run? There's the run. Emmett Doran's through again. Gets one touch out of his feet. These are goals that are going in a football manager game. These are the goals that go in. One-on-ones, though. He's literally not tried to score, and that's when it goes in the net. If this game doesn't give you like the most prime example of every single thing that's wrong with the match engine this year, then I don't know what does. In it. There'll be no more highlights as well. Oh! Imagine if we actually came back. Although, watch them then now score again. How I never see this. I don't know. Maybe I just see it. I repeat my previous statement about how if you need an example of... Like, but these will go in, of course. Oh, it's another highlight. Watch us now score off this highlight and lose 4-3. Good lord. Alaku. Round the side for Emmett Doran. Back for the fight. This game will not end. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I hate this game with every fiber of my being. Oh, dear. This is absolute insanity. I mean, 4 minutes of stoppage time, anybody? Nah, I didn't fucking think so. It's fine. We only have... just words. What are words, eh? We scored 3 times from the 87th minute onwards, and we would have had a winners. We would have had a draw, too, if it wasn't for that random goal, which they were able to score their little one-on-one. Notice how none of the 3 goals we scored were one-on-ones as well. Not one. It was only when we stopped creating them that we actually scored. What I changed? Oh, yeah, I didn't change anything. Exactly. We just stopped scoring. My guess is because the players were tired, they were less likely to get through on goal, and thus they were shooting from slightly further out, and slightly weirder chances were being created. We'd have actually had a draw there if we hadn't had the Warren Bondo goal. That might well have just knocked us out of Europe. Porto scored 3 goals against us from 0.96 XG as well in a game. We weren't as good going forward against Porto, admittedly. Agnostic Mayman, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a great day. Not for the follow, for the 2 months. That's very kind of you, man. How did you get on Europe last season? Better than this. The shit tactic doesn't make us better. I promise you, it will make us worse. And I'm not going to switch to it when we're actually still playing well. Watch Dortmund beat Nice. Oh, they'll beat Nice. No, they will beat Nice. Try to switch games. I'm still going to yell at them, of course. Doran did... Thing is, as well, it's a different keeper too. We tried a different keeper for this game after the last one played like shite, and it's like when it wants to make your keepers be shit, it just will. That's a shame. Casper, thank you so much for the tier 1 at 3 months. That's very kind of you. Trying to just change the mood up a little bit here. Thank God Dortmund lost. But the problem is both of our remaining games are Porto and Dortmund. So we lose to Dortmund, we're done. Basically. And we will, you know we will lose to Dortmund. Oh. I just feel like we don't deserve to be in the position we're in. It just feels like the last couple of years in Europe, we've had so much of this. Dortmund's playing Europe. Yeah, I think so. And I don't know why, because... Then again, remember, Doran missed every chance he had in that game, one-on-one. So, like... That's his reward. That's his reward. Millie got a call-up, though. But on the plus side... Oh... Mental game against Nice. Oh, pretty much just that stuff in general. Casper, we actually had a similar game against Nice in the first leg where the same shit was happening, but we actually managed to score. Why is it against Nice we're only able to score in the 81st minute and beyond, despite me making no tactical switches? Let's have a little look. Well, I say no tactical switches. Basically, we're in a bit of a problem, Casper. That is the issue right now, because we are just not... I don't know, just not getting the fortune when we need it, because players don't score chances, ever. Right, anyway, moving away. Sligo did, though, score a chance and a win. A 2-1 victory at Donetsk Estrella, which is excellent news for us, because coefficient-wise, they're actually carrying us this year in Europe. Oh, yeah, no, Dortmund look absolute shit, as we've seen. They've conceded at least 2 goals in every single game in Europe so far, and you know they all twat us 4-0, because they just will. We'll see. Oh... Actually, no. Do you know what's going to happen, probably? We'll probably win our final 2 games, just out of nowhere, with really crap results. Oh... Right, okay, so that's that good. What about Bose? Did they win as well? Yes, they did. I mean, hey, things might not be going brilliantly for us right now, but Bose are 4 for 4 in their group and are already qualified with 2 games to spare. Hey, Maggie, how's it going? I'm okay, sort of. Coefficients for us is very juicy. They're having a cracking year. Like, honestly, thank Christ they're doing well. Both of them won games. Can Sligo still qualify? It's unlikely Sligo will still qualify, unless they pull off victories against Torino and Slavia, who are their next 2 games. But fair one. Done. Look at Bose. 4 wins out of 4 in their groups. I thought that they might have a chance because of these 2. They beat Copenhagen as well. Brilliant stuff. Incredible. Admittedly, I got a bit distracted from the puns, Inferno, due to that game trying to give me an aneurysm. So... 5.1. We're nearly up to the tally from last... literally, we're not even... We've still got 2 group stage games remaining for every team, and we're nearly up to that same amount. It just shows you how important it is for the other teams to do stuff in Europe. It really is super duper important. So what does that do to us? So nothing's really changed there. But that being said, we are catching up to Ukraine really fast now, which is awesome. Still keeping a nice gap to Serbia. So at the moment, we'd lose one... place because we would lose to Austria and Ukraine, but we'd also gain 1 on Denmark. Problem is, that's next year. The 10-point season is going away next year. But what I would say is, I think we're clearly proving that the Irish sides can do it in Europe when they get to the group stages. And if providing, I think at this rate, Bows will get into the group stages again next year because I think they're going to get the same bye that they did last year, which would guarantee them the Europa Conference League. So that's good. Yeah, Greece are having a real shitty year, and they're losing a shitty year too. So this was their big chance. And look at next year, 11-point season. It's now exclamation mark puns. I actually fixed it. I went into Nightbot and fixed it. United are back in it. Ooh, okay. We need a good year this year to sort of offset that a little bit. Now, the plus side we've got here, chatto, and this is what could really save us. Our final 2 games, we don't have league matches 2 days before. We can actually friendlies, rest up, get confidence back, which is why I suspect we do really well in our last 2 league. Like, if you look at the most recent seasons in Europe, I think there's a pattern emerging. Let me just... Oh, bloody hell. Last season, won our last 2 group stage games. That season, we're playing against Milan there, but we had nothing to lose in that game. But we managed to win that one there away from home at Fenerbahce when we needed it most. Draw against Man United, 5-0 hammering of Anderlecht. Look at how the start of that group went. This one, obviously, the Celtic game was a bit of a weird one. But it does feel for me like there's an element of a pattern about us getting good results towards the final 2 games of our groups because we no longer have any fixture congestion and the others do. It's obviously not enough to form a proper pattern, but it is certainly interesting, is what I would say on that one. So now, we just need to schedule this up nicely and get ourselves going. Oh, dear. FM really does do it to you sometimes, doesn't it? Hopefully we'll get a few results like that ourselves soon, you know? Yeah, so the only reason Dundalk didn't get to the groups this year is because, unfortunately, in their final qualifying round, they got drawn against Besiktas, and they were... Even they're not that... If Dundalk had been in their groups, I think Dundalk would be getting points for us too. They just got a bit of bad luck, really. You know, it is what it is. It'll happen. Right, I'm going to go back to shit tactic here for Scamrock Rovers today. Just because I do want to keep testing this out. And we've got a nice... When's the next game after that? No, 18 days. So I'll do friendlies after that to give us a little bit of a break. Get Doran. But Doran is going to start the next Champions League games. Because doesn't Doran not like big matches? Not that it matters, because technically they're not big matches. It is weird, though, how he always seems to rise to the occasion for us. But both our keepers have had a real troubling time lately. Morale boost from winning the league. Oh, we had the morale boost from winning the league ages ago, though, I think. Because the morale boost, I think you get that when you win the league, and we won the league about 2 months ago. But maybe there's another one when the league is finished and you're like, maybe. I don't know. But it's certainly interesting. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not really sure how that works. I don't know if you get the bump. You definitely do get a bump at the time. Because if you recall, remember that really bad season we had a few years ago where we were really struggling? But then the moment that we were officially announced league winners, we won like 7 games in a row after that. After struggling to buy a win for like 2 months. I think we drew like 8 games in a row or something. Oh. You know, I thought when we got that victory in France, I thought we've done it. We've done the good part. We've done the difficult part. Now we have the home game against them where we've played notoriously very well this season. And to be fair, we did still play very well. Emmett Doran through. I mean, that's a great goal. Be nice if you could have done that in the last game at any point. Although, admittedly, better quality goalkeeper against Nice for sure. Great finish there from Emmett Doran. I'm surprised, actually, he got that chip away. Like, he was very close to the goalkeeper and the goal, but it's a lovely little dink. It's almost like one of those little Ozil ones. Scored the Europa League final. Oh, yeah. That's why I find the doesn't like big matches thing is completely irrelevant. It's certainly nothing that would ever stop me signing a player, let's put it that way, because they're so good. Particularly someone like Emmett, right? Emmett's a brilliant player. And in amongst all that, did I see that the sprint race kicks off at 3:30, which is perfect timing, actually, because it means I can finish stream and then get cracking straight on with a bit of F1. That'd be nice. Oh, dear. I need to chill out. Oh, there was a yoga in there too, wasn't there? I'm so sorry. I missed the yoga. We'll do with the yoga after the match, otherwise it will screw up my graphics card. But I could probably do with a bit of that right now. Ackman ball in. Good save. Oh, close one. Just make sure I haven't missed any of these, actually. Probably have, haven't I? Oh, no, I haven't. Wow, for once. A rarity. Us beating Scamrock is good, though, because it will allow St. Pat's to make sure we get them Europe next year. Because they're one of the few teams that loves taking our players. So the more of our players they can take, the better. Oh. And intercepted. Nice. One thing I say about the Nice game as well, though, I think the switch with the midfielders actually really worked. I think Carpenu had a really good game out of everything else, in spite of all the other stuff that went wrong. Oh my god. Couldn't we have had a bit of this luck in the last... I suppose we did get that own goal, didn't we? That's another point as well. If you think of all the chances we had against Nice, one of them was literally 0 XG because it was an own goal. There was no shot involved. It was Emmett trying to cross the ball. I also can't believe that went in because Emmett shouldn't have been crossing that. There was no one even at the back post from what I remember. He's just crossed it for no reason. Deary me. But our goal difference is over 100, which I do kind of like. I'm a fan of that. But it looks like Cork are getting relegated hard in the face. And even Dia looks better now. Because Dia's really been struggling at times this season. I do wonder if this is going to help him get better too. Great for... He's done it again. Another absolute tap-in from Jan Vosterek. That's 2 of those he's had in the same game. The man's getting his... He's going to end up being our top scorer this season purely on tap-ins. Goal difference, Dalmatians. That's twice today now. You'll love to see it. Hang on. Arikita, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. God, what I would have given for some of these goals in the last game, eh? Just those deflections. It just happened to fall your way. Maybe we're saving them all up. Gives. Yeah, but I find that everyone always gives in situations where I don't give a shit about it. Like, it'll be like, hey, look, here's a lucky goal. It's the 5th goal in a game you were already winning. Meanwhile, your next match, you're not going to be able to score shit when you really need it the most. Emmett Doran always missed it. I suppose that was more one-on-one, really, wasn't it? This is the shithouse tactic, yeah. It's just, in the league, obviously, it's going to work pretty consistently because, obviously, it's just more attacking stuff. But I wouldn't want to try this in Europe anytime soon because I really don't think it's actually that good. Particularly when you look at how well we came back into the Nice game, despite me not actually changing the tactic. It was just waiting for the players to actually do something. They were still creating the whole game. Lovely ball from the donut. Alexic is in. That's a tough angle, in fairness. It is funny how well it works, though, isn't it? But I think it was always going to. I honestly think you could play pretty much any tactic in this league, and at this point anyway, and probably win against some teams. Not all teams. Like Bose and Dundalk would give you a bit of a game, I suspect. And it does definitely leave us more defensively open. But it is good to see that the fullback situation seems to have rectified itself now. So that's very, very pleasing. Tapanik Vosterek. Oh, dear. You've just made his naughty list. You're not getting a Christmas card from Jan now. Well, so the instant result is a weird one. So I noticed that when I play the original tactic, the instant result bloody loves frozen thighs. So the reason he's our top scorer is because of all those instant result games where Throws and Fries was getting like 1 or 2 goals in almost every match for some reason. We're getting a few pens in there too. Just tap-ins. We are tap emergents. Lapa versus Germany goal information. Oh, no. Bounced out. But did it count because of goal line technology? Or were you in a league that didn't have it? Or do they all have it now? I actually forget. Look at all these sweaty goals we're getting here. It counted. That's the main thing. As long as it counted. Pennant Doran. I mean, Emmett's definitely starting the next game. He'll start the games against Porto and Dortmund, and we'll see. Jan Vosterek. Fucking hell, man. Those are the chances that should be going in, not the ones we're scoring. Although, admittedly, we're getting open goals, so can't really argue with that, can we? Alexic. Oh. I just kind of want to get to that Dortmund game now, because I know that that's so... If we got a draw in Germany, I think we'd be... No, actually, I say we'd be well-placed. We wouldn't be well-placed, though, would we? Because I still think Dortmund will go and beat Nice. I just have this feeling that that's what's going to happen. Training with Bamba. He's training with FM22 strikers at the moment. That seems to be the training facilities that we've got. Let's see. Let's go Novakovic for a bit. Give him a little run out. Get you a little run out too. Oh, no, hang on. No, wrong one. I always get my Sinisas mixed up. Little lesson for your chat there. Never mix up your Sinisas. Get Maganic in actually for Stanislav. Training chance conversion. I mean... Besides, training chance conversion doesn't improve your chance conversion. It just improves the attributes that the game think matters to chance conversion, which, as we've proven over the course of many streams now, don't matter to chance conversion. Oh, dear. A kilo of spaghetti. You love to see it. Emmett with the drop. I still missed it. an open goal. Oh, God. I can't unsee this stuff now. He's through. It's an open goal. Synesthesia. That is a wonderful statement right there. Synesthesia. You can smell them. Thank you, Casper. We're going to need it. Oh, dear. At the very least, we'll probably still end up with having a better season this year, coefficient-wise, than last year, just because of the other Irish sides, which does, of course, show you just how much of an effect having them do well in Europe does. If only we could do it as well. We really haven't recovered from Zlatko yet, really. That's what it feels like. We just haven't been able to recover since losing Zlatko. I honestly didn't think it would be as bad as it was. At the time, I felt I was being a bit melodramatic when I was like, oh, that's going to have set us back years. It actually has set us back years. An anime spin goal. Now you're talking. Let's do it. Wait, what am I missing? Wait, I think I've missed something. I'm sure I missed something. Oh, dear. Oh, the goalkeeper. Right, sorry, I was looking at the player. Plus 103 goalkeeper. 103 goalkeeper? Plus 103 goal difference. That's quite good, isn't it? As far as I know, Mike, it's pronounced Sunniisk. I used to pronounce it as Sundayiska, but I think it's pronounced Sunniisk. Danes will probably be able to correct me on that one. Something like that. There's a lot of like almost silented letters. Hey, Leaf. Just popping in. Oh, buddy. Buddy. It's been a day. Why have all the extra letters? Because Danish. Kamalorsa. Exactly, Damien. Exactly. Because Kamalorsa. Oh, we're playing against... Oh, good. A couple more opportunities to play the I like this guy. Look. It's happening. That wasn't there before. Do we just try and bag him now? So all I'm going by is whenever I used to say it, people would correct me and tell me that it was pronounced Sunniisk. So I don't know. So why is the E like that? Fidel Fay. For that price. It's just a no-brainer, isn't it? Look at the money. Look at the money. Just pronounce the... Oh, I see. So it's just pronounced E. Makes sense. E. Right, off we do. Usually I'd wait, but like sometimes you just see a play like that and you can't wait, can you? You just got to sneak in there. 6.5k. I really shouldn't stiff them here. Come on, for the memes. You got to do it. 69,000 pounds. And then I'll just go with these. Nice, yeah. Little preview of what's to come on Tuesday's stream there. Claudio Bot. I love some Romanian surnames are some of my favourites. Also, just Edmore Dodo there chilling. Lovely stuff. Chico Cholete. That's a cool name. Oh, he's Namibian too. Christian, don't remember the last name. Pleasant Christensen. Christian from Christensen. Got it. As far as I can... I love how they still have Oscar Cedar Sivertson. I don't see a guy called Christian. Am I missing someone? Hang on. Christian. Let's look at the transfers out. Maybe he's left. Which guy am I looking... I don't know who I'm looking for here. Oh, Max Norman William went to Rangers. Good defender, Emil. Thank you so much for the follow. Actually, while we're doing that, I need to catch up on that yoga, don't I? So let's do this now. I'll just chill. I'll just chill. Yeah, so what was the guy's name? Because I can't see a guy called Christian. Which is ironic. FM is better than FIFA. Correct. That's why we're playing FM, not FIFA. I haven't played FIFA in ages. Like, years. FIFA 19, I think it was. My scout report. You sure it was Christensen? It wasn't like another team that had, like, a similar sounding name? Problem is, I can't really search. It's a shame you can't actually physically search your scout report. Which, I mean, he'll be in here. The problem is that you can't, like, actually search this page beyond... Let's see. But this is the most recent ones. Because they'll be at the top, the back of the list now. Let's have a look through here. See if I can see a guy. If he's in here, he'll be in this list right now. I thought that guy's name was Fulham then. Problem is, there's just so many players. These ones are quite old. Hey, Ruskin. And you can't sort it by first name either. I'm not seeing him. Do we know anyone had any idea who he played for? It would have probably come back around again, but like, what position was he or anything like that? Because he clearly wasn't at Christiansund. Oh, hang on. Is it this guy? Rudset. Oh, what? Oh, maybe he was in their under... Oh, we would have been in their youth team, wouldn't he? I'm an idiot. I didn't look at their youth team. This is him, Christian Rudset. I mean, he's a solid player, obviously. Not much more I can really do about it. We're obviously scouting him already, right? Yeah, and that's why he's in my scout report. But fullback, good tackling. Physicals, don't know much about him. He looks like there might be something there, solidly. Although the marking... It's hard to say, isn't it, really? Know nothing about him, really, technically. The one good thing I'd say is that his aggression is solid. Decisions look decent. Determination's probably all right, too. Might not be the quickest, but his acceleration could be okay. And he's got potentially good tackling. I say, if nothing else, there's probably a player in there. We'll just have to wait and see when we get more information on him, really. It's going to be a while yet. Oh, thank God. Yeah, he looks decent. But it's... Oh... Are we about to get purpled again? Oh, no, we're not. That's fine. Usually when you see that, you're immediately about to get purpled. But no, oh no, we're doing that, aren't we? Okay, we'll get rid of that. Not doing that. Yeah, that's fine. Usually they'll let you get rid of that. We can always adjust his squad status when he joins anyway. For that price, it's just an absolute no-brainer, right? Plus, because he's there, how many caps has he got? Surely none yet. Nah. Get rid of... that, get rid of this. What would you be worth if you had caps for Senegal? That's fine. And then we'll hit you with the boat. I think that should be okay. I love that. They want you. They literally want us to give them all the extra money we've just offered them, but then offer us nothing in return. Yeah, that's not how negotiation works, bud. I'll give you a bit more up front. An extra £100 a week, though. Sweeten that pot, boys. Oh, Djurgården. Yes, they did really well on one of my saves a few years ago. Like, won multiple European titles. It was really weird. I haven't got purpled once. How dare you? How bring that hoodoo in here? To be fair, I haven't been purpled once today. So there's that. How are the dynamic rivalries going? About as well as that game against Nice was. I.e. then not at all. Basically. They just don't work for the most part. We've played some games like 70 times now. And still not got any kind of... And I know you have to dick about in the press conferences, but like, who has time for that? No! Oh, hang on, that's Pananch. That's his grandmother. Hang on. There he is. Look at his beautifulness. Still knocking about at FC Platinum. Nearly 200 goals. How much money? Hang on. What do you mean, how much money? How much money for what? Oh. Panache is a really good striker. Like, not for us anymore, but if you're ever stuck and just need a guy that in theory can finish towards the start of a save, Panache Mutimbanyoka is brilliant. He just does it. For like a sort of, not a top side or anything like that, but if you're just struggling and you want to get a guy on the cheap, then Panache is the man. Particularly in like Scandi leagues, I'd say. HK Nico, thank you so much for the follow. Did you get we got purpled with Alberto, yes. But then we managed to... That was actually more to do with that weird glitch where we sort of got... My transfer budget. Transfer budget at the moment is nearly 17 million, so not bad. I'm hoping to get that up a little bit, though. Because we've got so much money, I might ask the board for a little extra. That way it will give us a bit more money to play Smash or Pass with on Tuesday. Oh, Chatbox is booked. You're right, it is, isn't it? It'll, hopefully come back in a minute. It's done that a few times. Can finish in theory. Yeah. What I mean by that is player that has attributes that in theory should allow him to score goals. But in practice, of course, you know that's just not how it works anymore. And it has got progressively worse. Yeah, chat's just disappeared from there. Let me just try... resetting it like that. No, he's not in my database, Emil. Because this is from, like, November. Right, I want to schedule a friendly in there. And that's perfect. Wow, those games are so far apart. They're usually like... Alright, that's fine. I actually don't mind that. Saves us having to play a friendly in between. Wait, no. What are we doing? We need Oily Shannon. She'll help out. Yes, now we're ready. In Shannon, we trust. Ashby Hammond sings Spack's praises. That will never not be funny. What's Ashby Hammond up to these days? He's still playing. Shit. Chat's back. There you go. Yeah, sometimes it just does that. Weird. Sometimes it gets a bit weirdy, and then I don't want to not have chat though, obviously, because it's important for the volleys. Also, if you are watching the VOD and having a nice time, drop a like. That'd be lovely. What we doing here? Liam T. Sigil. Yeah, so this database is from like November, so we can't. Yeah, new players don't get added to existing saves, which is be weird if they did. Imagine. Hi, free player at Red Bull Shabin. Wait, was it NA? Yeah, it was NA. Never mind. Tata, nice. I love that name, Geordie Lelure. God, there's going to be so many good players in. Right, well, I'm going to have to refund your points immediately there, because as I just said, we can't look him up. So back we go. Erling Haaland still playing? I don't know. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have... I reckon he might be. Yep. Still at PSG. He's actually only 35. Look at this man. Basically, hey, look, this is how you score goals on Football Manager. You have a player like Erling Haaland. If you don't, you're not going to score goals. Look at the state of him. He's got 16 pace still. 19 finishing and 19 composure. Not quite 20. Get rid, eh? What a player. He's just a cheat code, isn't he? Whichever team picks him up in your save is guaranteed to just win every... 281 goals for PSG in the league. God knows what. Can we even see their best 11? Oh, it's a shame you can't do that with leagues that aren't on. We're playing any backline. I don't know. Like, he certainly do a job in our backline at this point. I'd say. Just get through these guys. I just called Cow. Like it. Jazz Betch. Lovely. What kind of music you listen to? It's Jazz Betch. Juliet. Oh, yes. Just so we don't forget. Because, you know, we need reminding of that. Look how good he is. I can't believe this guy played for us. And he wasn't even that much worse when he played for us. That's the most disturbing thing about it. How's he getting on at United? Yeah. 9 in 11. He just scores goals wherever he goes. So sad. We've got to stop looking at RX chat. It's not healthy for us to consistently look at RX like this. We're stalking his Facebook at this point. What a player. Why did we sell him? I didn't. The board sold him. For fucking no money. Look at, he's worth 150 million quid. And we got basically nothing. He wasn't even here a year. That's the shittest thing. Yeah, he got 26 in 12 in the first season. He joined us, played 12 games and got 26 goals. He scored at least one goal in every single match he played that season in the league. And there was only one game in which he didn't score more than one. It's just classic board stuff in FM. He went for £21 million and we didn't have a clause or anything like that. It was just 21 million quid, flat fee, bang, gone. Literally moved for 50 odd million a year later, and now he's worth 150 million. But that's life. Well, we had to offer him out. Nothing. The only way that we could have... There is a way that we could have handled that slightly differently, but that's all hindsight now, innit? And hindsight's 2020. What we should have done was offer him out for a slightly lower fee, less than the board would have accepted, to try to get that thing we were going to do work. That's the only play we had that probably could have succeeded. Maybe. That's the only way that could have worked, is if we'd sent him out for like maybe 10 million quid. The board wouldn't have accepted it over our heads. We could have convinced him to join United originally and then turn the deal down. That's the only way that might have worked. Thing is, though, chat, I suspect that what would have happened is we'd have turned that down and then the board would have taken another bid anyway. Did the board sell Alaku? No, they didn't. The reason the board didn't sell Alaku was because we had more money in the bank. We were considered rich when we had Alaku, the big bids for Alaku. So as a result, they didn't sell him. 47 million quid we got bid on him for him. Which I still don't really understand. Unfortunately, that's going to be a while before we get any more of those. I'm going to start Ovola. Because for some reason our player values have randomly dropped over the course of the year for no reason, despite us continuing to gain reputation. We've had a weird bump down in the player values again. Odd. Right. Okay. Roy on bench. Yeah, you know what? Is Roy even here? Oh, yes, he is. How dare I? Fudge, thank you for the follow. I am a big fan of Fudge. Where is El Barto? Is he, like, suspended or something? All right, I guess it's Bart then. Terrifying. He can't play any worse than he did in the other game. God. I'll be so much more just cheery if Fernando Ovalar scores his first goal for Treaty United today. That would make me a happy boy. And now's as good a day as any to make that happen, right? The strikers will get chances. Watch Fernando Ovalar bang a hat-trick here, and it turns out that actually the reason we were doing so well last time was nothing to do with the match engine. It was just because we had Fernando Ovalar. Didn't move Roy. Oh, I do hate that menu. Like, you'll drag a player across, and it will just randomly, like, unless you put it exactly in line. It's like when you're trying to click on a player but not load the player's profile, instead just trying to load the instruction menu. 24k. Nice one, Basil. That's awesome, man. I took Pog on a run earlier. It was only like 2 miles, but she seemed to have a nice time. It was just nice running not by myself for once. Alaku, good goal. It's taken a full minute. Carp is definitely... Why was Carpenu there? He's our left back. Oh, he's playing it right back today. That's why. That'll do it. That would explain it. Not sure why he's playing there, but whatever. We move. Might have been when I was moving something else around. No, he actually is playing right back. It definitely seems to improve Dia. If they wants to add instructions, how dare you imply such a thing? McKibben. Have they got a player called McKibben? They also have this guy called Binch, which is just a New Zealand guy pronouncing bench. And I'm fine with that. Today has been a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of all the things I dislike about FM, isn't it? Hopefully, we'll get a little bit of a respite from that towards the end of the stream, and we'll be able to get the a little tour of all the things I love about Football Manager. Maybe. Maybe. He's played pretty well at right back. Although, in fairness, right back is... Where's the linesman? Oh, there's the linesman. How the fuck does he know that's offside? He wasn't within about 40 yards of it. Look at him. Why is the line... The linesman isn't even visible on the screen and he's about to call that offside. Sorry, mate. You don't have... No. Why was the linesman so far in position? It's been pretty bad, sadly, Basil. We got absolutely fucked in a game. And it could cost us our chances in Europe this season, potentially. Sunday League linesman. Yeah, he's got no fitness. Like, I realise that Emmett's clearly offside, but, like, that man has no right to be giving anybody offside if he can't keep within 20 yards of the play. These little in-swinging crosses from the Carp. Working quite nicely here. Kubek. Low quality chances. It's interesting. Good finish, though. Checking the 2D. You're right. You're right. Good point. I'd forgotten about that. Ball in. Okay. The linesman understands the meaninglessness of this competition as well. And I'm with him. Fully am with him. He's reading the signs, yeah. Oh, good header. Nice one, Emmett. Be nice to get Emmett a few goals just to keep the form up a little bit before the Dortmund match and the Porto game. Porto are weird. Like, they actually hammered us in terms of the result, but we played really well against them. But they seem to have gone and hammered everybody else as well. It's really odd. No match engine at all. Damn right. I want to just get teletext results. That'll be fine. We've scored every goal. We've scored every shot on target today has gone in. And they've had an XG of 0.78. The whistle-stop tour continues. Palanek will get this one nice and low. Oh, good save. We have no right to be 3-0 up here. We've been fine, but nothing special. But Fernando, please, for the love of God, take a chance. Get a chance, I suppose, first would have to happen. He's playing the full 90 in both of these games, that's for sure. I am Den. Thank you so much for the follow. So they're both away from home, Inferno. Both the Porto and the Dortmund matches are away from home. We already played them both at home, and that's why I think it's basically curtains for us, sadly. Because the home games, we were better than Porto and lost 3-0. We were as good as Dortmund and drew 3-3. Dortmund's only point actually came against us, and even then they were lucky to get it. And then obviously we were massively better than Nice and lost 4-3. It's just the way it's been today, sadly. Over the 2 games against Porto and Nice, we conceded 7 times from under 2 XG, whilst also failing to score from over 5 XG. It's, well, no, not failing to score, but failing to score as regularly as you'd expect. We've actually been kind of on the ball with those, in fairness. It's just been the other way around. I do think the fact that we're going to have a little bit of a respite, the full team will be there, that have played some good matches, is definitely going to help us. Look at this goal. And you can see what I mean about how we seem to do better in those final 2 group games the moment that the league is finished, and we're kind of just chilling. A bear fact. I'll give you a bear fact, since we're kind of dominating this game anyway. What are we going for? Let's, oh my lord. No, I don't want to talk about bear and lion fights. That's terrifying. The influence of bears on humans. There you go. Anthropomorphism. For as long as humans and bears have lived together, the former have applied their images, perceptions, beliefs, and feelings to bears. And possibly, the bears have thought to themselves that that thing, or whatever the bear considers, acts just like a bear. Therefore, this section is compiled about the slightest worry of appearing anthropomorphic. We are just that. We anthropomorphize animals, though. I can't read that word. Fucking hell. Anthropomorphize is a really hard word to say out loud. 186 million. Did they get a tycoon? Because they got a tycoon on one of my other saves at one point. In fact, what? Son Etienne loaded on the last Building a Nation save. That certainly seems to... That rings true in my head. How true it is or not, I don't know. But I swear Son Etienne had like stupid money on that save. Maybe it was the Bolton save. There was definitely a save where they had suddenly had moon money out of nowhere. Sounds like money laundering. True. It's the Ross County method. Okay. Well, we've actually overperformed today, which is good. They have an insane squad. Wow. Maybe they just leveraged up to the hill. Disappointing that Fernando Alonso probably would have done better in front of goal today than Fernando Avelar, but he'll get his chance in the next game against Glentoran. It's always Glentoran. Where's Linfield? Whoever talks about Linfield anymore? We're always playing Glentoran these days. Was it OTI? Oh, it could have been OTI, actually, yeah. Right. Rooney spotted there. No, you go away, Wayne. Today is not for you. Emmett does score a brace, though, which is nice. So now we've got 8 days till Oily Shannon, then a week till Dortmund, which should put us in the... We scored 123 league goals. There you go. Fidel Fay, done. £69,000. Even if he's not great, he's still fine. Also, for a 6'5" player to have 12 to 16 pace, it does make you wonder if there's a little bit of Haalandiness about him. Maybe. Interesting. Decisions aren't bad either. He's an intriguing prospect. And he'd be homegrown. Getting a bit of transfer stuff done early. How very unlike us. Oh, it's that one time a year when the frame rate drops to 8.4. Hollandaise? Come on, FM. I want my frames back. There we go. That was ridiculous. I wonder what causes those. Ackman. Oh, God. That might have just cost us £13,000. Update from the board. Wait, what update from the board? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we get that at the end of every year because the league finishes before other stuff, so there was always an update from the board about random stuff, unfortunately. Proud of his first cap. Okay, I think it must have been 5 international caps. I'm still gonna... Hey, the whistle stop tour continues. Praising players for getting an international cap should not be responded by this crap. Okay, good. We turned that around. I was expecting him to be like, well, you know, the classic FM one. He almost certainly must have played left wing. Imagine if he did play right back for Turkey and that was the reason he got in the squad. Yeah, no, he played at left wing. Oh. Not half-time, 14 shots, 5 on target. Depends. What are the other team doing? I think that's always very important to mention. Yeah, look. Argentina, Colombia. All of a sudden, more and more of these guys are actually willing to talk to us. And I think it's because that 3-star... No, not 3-star. The 3.5-star rep that the league now has, I think is the first step towards us getting 3.5-star rep ourselves. And that's going to be a big step. Because I think that will pretty much at that point open up to everybody. Ooh. The breakthrough, I suspect, will happen when we get 3.5-star rep. But at the very least, the league getting it, I think, almost moves the ceiling up a bit higher so we can then get... why? Just why? Why? Today has just not been our day, has it? Maybe he'll be back if we're lucky. But he won't be fully fresh, and now we've kind of lost... God damn it, man. Just not going our way today, is it? Oh, dearie me. Who'd have thought building a nation would be so hard, eh? I don't know if this ever happened with Tromsø. With Tromsø, we did reach a stagnation point, but it was at a different point. It was when we were constantly getting knocked out the first round of the Champions League. This time we have got there a few times, but it certainly ain't easy. We certainly never came fourth in our group with Tromsø, that's for sure. Well, once we reach that point, you know. Maybe he'll be back. Because there was a few days before the Shannon game. Demiri, okay, so Demiri's got himself a language course completion now, which is good. Let's just check the medical centre. When are they expecting him back? 25th. Dortmund game is on 28th. That sometimes lies, admittedly. The amount of times that it will say like a certain date and then it will just not be. If we get him back, if we actually got him back on the 25th, there's a chance that, considering it's not a serious injury, that he won't lose too much match sharpness. Maybe. I want, obviously, full strength side for this game. Or not, because they're on international duty, because of course they fucking are. Group stage draw. Oh, the group stage draw was last stream. But, yes. So we got Dortmund, Nice, and Porto in our group, and it has done nothing but misery the entire stream. Other than the Lille. Actually, not the Lille. The first game away at Nice, actually, was pretty solid. But, unfortunately, ever since then, it's been misery. And the worst kind of misery. The misery where you can't even go, well, we just played a bit bad. Nope. It's basically last year all over again. Yeah. Except with an arguably, I'd say, easier group. I don't know. We know Dortmund are going to beat Nice, though. We just know it. Which is why we can't afford to lose a Dortmund. A draw could do it, but it would be depending heavily on the head-to-head. And remember, Dortmund have had... No, they would get through on that, wouldn't they? Because of the away goals do still count in the head-to-heads. Just the 12. They conceded off of a 0.06. They're playing my other tactic, I see. I'm just going to switch to this tactic here, so we're making sure that that's primarily the one training at the moment. Right, a week till Dortmund, and Judgment Day along with it. Dia making positive development. Excellent news. Well, he really is, actually, isn't he? He's getting better and better. Homegrown players update. Anyone new? Next year's going to be interesting, because Norbeck, Novakovic, Vostarek, Kubek, hilariously, and Stilvera will all be homegrown, which is sick. Novakovic and Vostarek especially. Because that means we can do even more shopping outside of our normal boundaries, so to speak. Supporting Pampert, maybe. Oh. Don't even think about it, FM. Yeah, Emmett's still out for 3 to 7 days now, and the game is in 5 days. And now it's moved to the 26th. Oh, dear. I think we just kind of have to accept this. This looking like it's going to be a really disappointing season. I don't really know what we could have done about it, really. We've played well in games. We just haven't... The problem is with the Champions League, if you get a bit unlucky, you kind of get screwed because you don't have time to cover it back up again. Whereas if things go a little bit wrong in the league for a little bit, it can happen because you've got a longer amount of matches to actually... Oh, for God's sake, Millie, not now. Play well. Score a goal against Dortmund, then we'll talk. At least the other Irish sides are doing okay, agreed. But the problem is that all they're doing at the moment is keeping us level. And it's great. But it's chances like this when you need to be able to kick on. And unfortunately, this year, we've not been able to do that. They've done fantastically to get us up to 5.1 already. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bows have got more wins in them. They still have to play Valo Reykjavik. And again, don't they? And it's at home as well. They should be winning that. Now, they might... Yeah, there you go. So Cork are winning their tie. Because the team that goes ninth almost always stays up now. So we're not going to lose Cork, hopefully. Interesting. 80. You were still doing the same penalty shootout. Jesus Christ, that's insane. Espen, another Espen. We do love an Espen around these parts. That'll do. I wonder how we're getting on that, actually, while we're on the topic. What are we down to? Yeah, we're down to like, oh no, maybe like 500? 515. Then again, by the time we come around to January, we're actually starting next stream. I'll have probably been able to get rid of another 150, 200 off of that as well. So it's not too bad. We should have about the same player pool that we were looking from last time. Although I might do a little bit of preemptive manual scouting too, to add a few extra guys into it. Are you joking? First choice left back gone as well. Come on, man. Today is just not happening for us, is it? Everything that can go wrong here is going wrong at the moment. So now it's going to have to be Jibril Dia today. Which I'm not bothered by. He's a good left back, but he's not the first choice left back. Oh my days. Thank God these two aren't starting either. I love it. We're out of the season and all the fixture congestion, and now we're getting the injuries. It's like their ligaments have just given up. Thank God none of those guys were starters either. Jesus. This is insane. Awesome. Look at some of the Eastern... Oh my goodness me. Look at this. Look at these guys. All 18. Dunajska Streda. Mladost. Oh. Left... Oh, hang on. Yes. Yes, yes indeed, Marco. Hang on. Why have you not got a face? It never seems to hit everyone, does it? I'm a fan of these. I'm enjoying that particular set of shopping. Look at the prices on them too. Oh. Excellent stuff. Ibrahim Kings is a great name. Cool, we do that. Has the United Arsenal game finished yet? Or are they still going? Is it still 2-1? There's Pablo Escobar. Ah, David Moorhead. Right, who the hell's even going to be able to start today? Is my question. Can you show my scouting? Well, my scouting is basically just under 19, under 21 national teams. That's the scouting. And it works. There's not anything to show because I'm doing it manually, but that's basically what you do. 275 broken bones. Yeah. Right, here we go. Dortmund versus Treaty. Nice and Porto. Kind of what happens in that game is a little bit irrelevant, really. Although I would quite like Porto to maybe win, just so that maybe they'll take it easy on us. If we're lucky, I don't know. Right. What does this lineup look like? So Dia's in, Alaku's there, Kubek, no, Maini has to be, Millie, Vosterek since Emmett's still out, he's still injured. We can't start Emmett in that state. Do I put him on the bench maybe? El Barto or Babrugan is the question. Oh, dearie me. It's Joey! Thank you very much for the 7 months. Hope you're doing well. Shame on me. For what exactly? If you scroll down and deselect every player outside the screen. Oh. Really? That's you. Brilliant stuff. Great. Thank you. Wonderful contribution. Oren. Lol. Faith in Barto. Which Barto? Fuck it. Or... Hey, Bente. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, Novakovic. It has to be Novakovic, Evan. Like, Doran... Me bringing him off the bench in that state is not going to be helpful, is it? Because he could just get injured again and we can lose him for Porto. I just don't think that's a sensible decision to have him there when we could have Novakovic, who's at least a player that's fit. Oh, dearie me. Right then. Conor Gallagher in their midfield. Wow.
Do you know if there's a train coming?
24-44. Hell yes. Well done, man.
Very soon.
Thank you so much for the follow. Right, okay, here we go. Look at Dortmund's form. Admittedly, that's all Champions League. Their top scorer has 6. Is Takahashi not playing? That's good. What is our rep? 3.5. No, 3 stars. The team's rep, anyway. Let's go. Okay, well, this is it. It's not this it, because there's another game against Porto afterwards, but we need this to be good, finally, a good performance in the Champions League that actually is rewarded with a result to go with it. Cheers, Ahmed. Good start. Right, so we do attackers next, then back to midfielders. I don't know if that worked or not, honestly. Okay. Oh, Marcelo Gallardo's not doing a great job here, but you know they're going to dick us. It just... Also, no Takahashi even on the bench for Dortmund. He's probably their best player. That's surprising. Maybe he's injured. Right then, here we go. A win for us would be... A draw is enough to get third. No. A draw would not be enough to get third, because if we drew with them, we'd have the same head-to-head, because we drew the first leg too. First leg. And if they then beat Nice, or whoever they play on the final day, then they'd have a better head-to-head than us. Because unless we drew like 4-4 here, which could still happen, of course, but yeah. Thias Reese is injured within inside a minute. No, we're fine, we're fine. We'll keep an eye on that. We're playing in blue today. So yeah, a draw is the only way we can guarantee third in this game. Martin's injured already. Okay, so they've got an injury too. Maybe we go hard on Martin in a minute. Garrido. Come on, lads. Sensible stuff here. Ball in. Oh, are you fucking serious? I've had enough of the Champions League. Why would you do that? Oh my god. The ball is going out of play, and Ackman's like, no. I think I'll just haul this guy down now. Szymanski. Fucking Jesus Christ. This... I don't know. Can't we just play in the Europa League next year from the beginning? Because I'm bored of their behaviour in this competition. Every fucking game now. Christ on a bike, man. It's just no respite for it, is it? Oh, keeper nearly got that in fairness. Right, okay. So as always, we have to come from behind. Right, let's also get this up here too, so we can keep an eye on the... Or can we? Yes, we can, because they're at home. And Sligo? No, we can't see Sligo because they're at home. Turn to qualifiers. Now, you can't do that because the board will sack us. Because they have expectations about qualification, and as a result... What the hell was that? Cheers, FM. Thank you for the highlight. See, look, now we'd go bottom. And we would have to rely on ourselves winning. Yeah, maybe we would have done at that point. I don't know, man. It's just, it was eminently predictable as well, wasn't it? A Dortmund side that have been utter gash the entire group stage. What do you reckon, 4-0? Every shot is a goal. I don't know. Why do people buy this? Like, good cross in. Doesn't even challenge the header. How's he won that there? On target as well. Mental. So, for the second game in a row in this competition, which is just fantastic, we're going to go the high tempo again straight off the bat. It's just not our day. It's just nothing we can do. There's just nothing we can do, is there? It just feels completely powerless. Oh. And we've been trash as well today, of course, which was what we expected because, you know, Dortmund have been really bad the whole time, which means they will be good against us, and they have been so much better today than we have been. And, yeah. Look at this. 0.02. Wow. Worst performance of the whole... So when we play well, we lose, but when we play shit, we also lose. We probably would have had a better result if we insta-resulted the game, wouldn't we? Anyone playing well? No? Didn't think so. Vosric just can't do it at the moment. We haven't got... You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. At this point, I actually... What choice have we got? It's not like last time where we were still playing well. Now we're not. So we might as well. At this point. We got to. Defensively concrete. They've had 2 shots on target. I don't know how... If we're conceding every shot we get against us, I don't know how more defensive they... Unless they don't have a shot. Like... Admittedly, like... We do actually have a backup tactic with a DM, but what difference would it make if they're still going to score every chance they get? Admittedly, today has not been that, but this is just disappointing, man. This is not a result we can complain about. We've been trash. It's just the others that are so disappointing. Oh, come on, Baus. Do your jobbies. I miss Zlatko. Anyone else miss Zlatko? One in the chat if you miss Zlatko. We've got a bit better in the second half, but not really. Esman maybe. Gibral's played like shit. Not that he had a choice. Like he was thrown into the game. I'm gonna get Stojanovic in there, I think, for a bit. It's not over yet, but we now have to go and win against Porto, who've won 5 out of 5. Or are about to win 5 out of 5 as they've now taken the lead against Nice. Good tackle. Disappointing. It's just annoying when you can do seemingly nothing about it. I can't challenge that. Yes, Jan. Nice touch. Nice touch. Okay. Thing is, even a draw at 2-2 would... blocked, of course. How come we never seem to block crosses? They just seem to never block them. That was the highlight. The highlight was a blocked cross. Cheers. We have actually got a bit better in the second half, in fairness. Like, credit where credit's due. They've come back into it a bit. Won't matter. Actually, you know, wait, hang on. If I know something about the Champions League and us, it's that once we hit over to 80 minutes, that's when we start scoring, right? Can we get some points? Yeah. I'd be them too, to be honest, but, like, I can't make my strikers put it in the net if they miss 80,000 chances a game. One thing I must say, though, the goalkeeping in this group stage has been very bad. Like, our goalkeepers have been saving nothing either, which has really not helped us. Like, the strikers missing is the thing that you just have to deal with, but the goalkeepers have been really bad. That's offside. Or is it? Hang on, it's Europe. So maybe. Maybe. I think he is offside here. But we'll see. Maybe there's hope if we get a goal here. Maybe? Well, okay then. Dortmund 2, Treaty 1. It's Vojislav, Novakovic there with the double. Frisch just looks up, pops it through. It's a great finish, actually, from Novakovic, to be fair to him. Is this the moment where we bail out a 2-2 draw late on again? We believe. We've got to believe, Chatto, right? I mean, we'd actually be a bit lucky if we did get it, to be fair. Right, come on. 10 minutes to go. Find that chance. Come on. One little opportunity. One little opening for us. Do we go attacking, maybe? Fuck it. 4 minutes. Find an opening, friends. Okay. One last chance in this game. Don't know who for, but for someone. Oh, what a useless pass. Just hold the ball for like a second there. I think we have a chance. But this play isn't over yet. That definitely wasn't highlight worthy. But Frisch could look up. Finds Falconos. Oh, if he squares this. If he squares this. Espen... It's going to be... A highlight is a red card, but it's not going to matter. Because they're still going to win. Unless. Imagine. I thought that got... I swear that hit the bar and somehow didn't go in. Boss direct? No, the keeper's there. It definitely wasn't a pen because he clearly won the ball. Then again... This game is gash, man. Oh, dear. That's just not very fun, is it? Do you know who I blame? Yeah, no, it looked to me like the ball went in as the keeper caught it as well, but come on. Look at the way our day's going. That was never going to be given. You know what the fun thing is, Chatto? We could still come second in this group. If Nice and Dortmund drew and we beat Porto, we would go second in the group. That would be the most Treaty United thing fucking ever, wouldn't it? Oh, dear. Right, let's just check on the other Irish teams. Bows look like they were drawing, disappointingly, but they are already qualified, so like, what have they got to play for? Sligo did lose again, it would appear. Yes, 3-1. They did score, though. Have worse head-to-head. True. Yeah, you're right. So they'd have to lose, and... Yeah, you're right. There's no way we can go through, is there? Because no matter what happens in that game, something would cause us to come below them, wouldn't they? Let's see how Bows are doing, though. Did they... Have they got a draw? You know what? Valor are obviously better than we thought they were. Because I thought Karabag were going to be better than Valor Reykjavik in that group, to be fair. The fact that Bows, though, could still win this. It's coming down to that final game against FC Copenhagen, though. So, what does that mean for coefficient? 5.3, which is nearly as good as last season. At this rate, we're actually going to have to rely on Bohemian. Oh, we don't deserve to be in this position, and that's what's so frustrating about it. We should have beaten Nice. We should have beaten Porto. We should have at least 6 more points than we do. Maybe Porto was more of a drawable game, actually, the more I think about it. So maybe 4 more points than we do. We should have a lot more points than we do. Top goal scorer in the league for Thighs Freeze. 22 in 22. And 13 assists on top of it. Incredible. And, wow, he still counts as a young player. Fair one. What is this fresh hell?
Do you know if there's a train coming anytime soon?
Oh, yes, very soon.
Post-Weef, thank you very much for the follow. Just to clarify, I want to draw your attention here. If you're not looking at the screen right now, would be a good time to. We won the league by 26 points and lost one game. The team of the year contains one player from our rotation. I think as long as you play over half, or is it 2/3? I thought it was half the games. It might be. It is still fucking hilarious, though, that we could win the league and have one player in the team of the year. Juventus. Lol. It could be. I think it is the... I think you have to play 2/3 of the matches to be in the team of the year. And I think... Yeah, only 99 points. One player in the team of the season. Wonder how Thighs Free's got so many appearances. Technically two... Oh, it was just some loanees, I suppose, yeah. Xhaka scoring a booty special. You love to see it. Hey, look. Our under-19s just beat Dortmund 5-4. Deary me. Potential issue with Barry Cunningham. Be better, Barry. Emmett should be able to convince him. Yeah, Emmett always convinces him. I swear to God, man. Is today cursed? Our stadium has been delayed. Forced to shelve plans 5 months behind. It was only... We were supposed to move in next month, and they've only now found out it's going to be 5 months behind schedule. So hang on, when are we moving in now, then? Oh, we just don't know. Good. They're burying that money, aren't they? Yeah, I'm going to enjoy a nice bit of Slay the Spire downfall after this. Yeah, can't we just hire some builders? We've got money. I'll pay them. I'll pay them myself. May, yeah. So middle of the year. Although, admittedly, that that will mean that we still... It has the same effect. It just means that by the time Europe rolls around, we'll be in the new state. Unless there's a further delay, of course. We got the Scamrock builders in it. Oh, dear. Recognise as a regular starter here to play in the Euro. Hang on. Sorry, Tomislav. How many caps have you got? 1. Probably not going to be in the conversation now, are you, bud? I'll try to ensure you're... That's not a promise, is it? Because it doesn't have a promise on it. So what does that even mean? That's weird. So I was able to just be like, nah, it's fine, I'll handle it, without actually promising I'll handle it. I've never been able to do that before. Weird. Huh. It turns out they hired the builders from that episode of Faulty Towers. The O'Reilly men. It's those O'Reilly men. One of them's going to come in here and call me a big hairy orangutan in a minute. And I'm fine with that. Okay, so Glentoran, then Judgment Day, where it... The problem is, there's so many ways that we could... Hang on, question chat. Those of you that are good with permutations. Oh, Porto, really. If we beat Porto, does that guarantee us not to come bottom? Or is there a way... No, that couldn't possibly happen because one of the other sides, they can't both win, can they? So if we win, we're guaranteed to not come bottom. But it would be very difficult for us to get second. In fact, I don't think it's possible for us to get second anymore, is it? Language course. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Unfortunately, Fernie is being a bit of a whopper. You guys are okay. Dominic Cameron. Plus, we'll have Emmett back. I do wonder if the lack of Emmett was really what was holding us back in that Dortmund game. We did look good when we switched to the shite tactic, though, admittedly. And we did score with it. If we win, we get third. That's fine. That's actually... I consider that a good season, really. It'd just be hella... Oh. 30th of November. Heads up about Alexic. He's concerned about his chances. Okay, so I discussed it with him. 2 days later, he's concerned about his chances. Yeah, all right. It's the fucking Henrik Solskjaer situation all over again. What am I going to say this time? What do you want to talk about? He just wants to see me. He just wants to hang out for a little bit. It's fine, Tommy. It's all good. It is head-to-head, yes. But, what I was trying to work out is if there's any way that we could still get knocked out, even if we win the game. He's got a little wee crush on your boy, chat. I'm just saying. You know, I am a big hunk of man meat, so I don't blame him, to be fair. That's why I don't keep any mirrors around. It's terrifying. Really sexy. Anyway, we move. Dortmund. No, not Dortmund. Porto away. Sprint train, he wanted to skip it. Ah, I see. He's off to, yeah, this game is fine. At least it didn't say the thing that it did with the Solskjaer one last night, where the menu glitched out and there was no message in it. And he was unhappy. We're getting a lot of good reports about Dia, and that is awesome. Really, really good. He was trying to arrange like a meet cute. He couldn't just walk up to my office. He had to have a reason. It was that second. I don't blame him. Hey, Shazza. Just wants some loan money for a jet ski. He can have it, honestly, at this point. Loan player to return. Oh, yeah, I sent Clevin Henderson to Glentoran just because it's sort of my version of sending them to Coventry. I accidentally cancelled his loan with our one of our other sides. So, yeah, I sent him to Coventry, or in this case, Glentoran. Shazza, thank you very much for the follow. Right, we do that. Boubacar Barry. You love a player. Every player called Boubacar Barry is usually excellent. This guy, maybe not so much, but still. Perry Foster. Oh, he's Canadian. I did have a little look in the Canadian leagues briefly, but there wasn't a lot of players around. I say Canadian leagues, you know, the youth teams. Treaty fans confident of big... Oh, right. For some reason, I thought they were talking about the other game. I would not be confident of us winning away at Porto. What I would be confident in, though, is us going there and actually playing quite well and also losing again. Right, okay, so change is needed. Bart's going to come back in. I'm going to start my inning because we've got a full week and I want to have this sort of squad rested. And also Emmett to start because I want to make sure that he's got match fitness for the next game. Because we've got a full week. And we'll have Mate back for the next one. I will stick with our normal system here because I want to make sure that we're staying... Watch out for suspensions. Yeah, that's a problem. Actually, the only way that we could get a suspension would be a red card. So because there's no, like, yellow suspensions, really, in this tournament, the only way that a guy would actually get a suspension is if he got a red card, and there's just not really a lot we can do about that other than tell them not to. Can't remember the last time we had a red card, actually. Which, of course, now means I've just jinxed it, and we're going to get a red card. I realise I should not have spoken there. We will inevitably get a red card. I just tried to encourage them when technically we're 4-0 up as well. That was a poor decision on my part. I think with Porto, we go out there, play our style. If we're not winning at half-time, we just go shite tactic for the second half and throw everything at them. It's quite a good... The shite tactic is slowly becoming a bit like Order 69 was with Tromsø, almost. And I'm not opposed to that at all. It's kind of nice to have a backup as far as like a more aggressive attacking tactic sometimes, when you just need that little bit all-out attack when it's desperate times. Certainly nothing wrong with that. Hey, Bluebird! Yeah, watch Doran get sent off for, like, chidding the referee or something. I just wanted to get him a game under his belt, get that fitness levels back up so he's ready to go in the next game. Right, Millie, he's going to cut this back and probably score, actually. Why did I say that? Why? On Dice sacking? I missed a thing that's happened now, and it was not really much you could do about it. I was surprised, honestly. But, I mean, they have won, I guess, their last game, but I don't know, we'll see. I mean, if they stay up, then it will look like a genius move, and if they don't, it will just be like, oh, well, whatever, I guess, at that point. I was still surprised to see them do it so late, though. I think really late in the season sackings almost never work because at that point, they've got no time to turn it around anyway. But we'll see. I mean, played pretty well against Saints, didn't they? Had more chances than just the ones they scored. It's like they're playing FM. Oh, Millie, slip it through. Yes, go on, throws. Oh, off the base of the post. Maybe. I mean, hey, he probably got a very large severance like compensation package, didn't he? He's probably living it up right now. So who are Burnley's new owners and why are they shy? I don't know much about Burnley from an administrative standpoint, because I thought Burnley were quite well managed for a while, but maybe this has changed since the new owners came in. Because I think Burnley were one of the first teams to really leverage that yo-yo stuff to really build a good club infrastructure and be very sustainable. One's giving him money. Oh, we do. We have a deal just like that, Mr. Hazy, but it's where we do original jokes. I don't know if you've heard about it. As we score, you'll love to see it. Ah, dear. I miss playing Norwich. They're fun. Oh, so it was a leveraged buyout. Right, I hate that shit. Hey, we're going to buy you with your own money. What? Nah, it's all fun. It's not your fault that FM's being FM today, is it? It's just, sometimes FM just wakes up and chooses violence. But it can make it all better. It can kiss it better repeatedly if it lets us beat Porto. I could care less what happens elsewhere. If we beat Porto, it's all good. Is there a way that we could draw and still come through? Oh, nice one, Emmett. I'm trying to work out, can we draw and still get third place? We can't though, can we? Because we've got worse head-to-heads than both Nice and Dortmund. Ah, dearie me. Buy me for 200, yeah. This is quite a strong first half. If Nice wins. Oh, yeah, because they've got an extra point, don't they? And we've got 4. Yeah, you're right, sorry. So if we draw and Nice beat Dortmund. Fiona! Yes. Martini, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, you're right, because, yeah, they've got the same points as us. And Nice have got 1 more point. So it's only Nice we can't overtake with the draw. Interesting. I mean, what are the odds of us actually getting the point there? Dazzle with a gifted sub to AEW Games. Thank you very much, Daz. It was very kind of you. Yeah, because it'll just buy me. Be way easier. Go on, thighs. Oh, lovely ball through for Moses. Misses the target because it's a one-on-one. It's almost parody at this point, isn't it? This will be a back post header which probably will go in. Oh my god, great block, in fairness. I'm glad we got back to using Moses, because Kubek really did fall off, which is annoying, because he actually started the season really well, but then the moment we had to force that sale, it just wasn't there. Ever in the Prem? That's a bullshit opinion. Like, didn't play for us, basically, last time we were in the Prem. And the year before that, he got 11 goals, which is double figures in the Premier League. I'll take that. Who wouldn't, right? That's a pretty decent record, I'd say. He's like Ronaldo in the Championship. Sure. Good. Like, Mitrovic has played well for Fulham in the Premier League the first time round. Arguably. Not even arguably, he did. And then last year, he just didn't get any game time. Like, you can't really, yeah. You can't score goals if you're not on the pitch. It's quite difficult. This is the thing. Honestly, we could just flip a coin to decide who's going to be our goalkeeper for the next game, because it just kind of... Yeah. 40 goals in the Prem. Wait, what? Who's got 40 goals in the Prem? Has anyone ever scored 40 goals in the Prem? 40 goals in the Championship. Correct. That is correct. It is 40 now, isn't it? Yeah. At least we're 3-0 up now. This is quite a good performance, actually. Debating at a gig. What, have you got work early the next day? You were headhunted to be the manager of Manchester United? 43 after today. That's the dream, yeah. Solid. Yeah, he's a solid striker. Like, also, man still seems to do it fine on international level as well. He's a very solid striker that just wasn't given a chance at the right places, you know? It's just, you know, the lazy stuff that gets trotted out every time. Oh, he can't do it in the Prem. Scored like 3 goals last time when he barely played. Right. And then 11. 11's fine. How many goals has Ivan Toney got this year for Brentford? 3 record. Yes, of course, because it's 42 is the record, isn't it? Technically. Sort of. 12, yeah. And 12, I'd say, is a good season for Ivan Toney, honestly. Newly promoted side. Double figures in the Premier League for their striker. Good stuff. I think he'd consider that a good year. Only the second player to win top scorer of the championship twice. Who's the other one? Is it Darren Huckabee by any chance? Actually, I don't know. Who is that other one? Flavours of Vape. It is Blackcurrant Ice. I still don't know who we're going to play in goal in the next game, honestly. There you go. Got the same at Leeds. 17 goals in the first. Yeah, it's like what I was talking about earlier with the whole, when I was getting jaded about football, because it's like the nonsense kind of... I think what it is it's just that kind of football Twitter nonsense that leaks into actual mainstream coverage, and the opinions, the received opinions thereof, just leak in, and you're just like, whatever, you know? Ackman still performing well. I love that they keep telling me that. It's like, I'm playing in there every chance I get, buddy. Give me a break. How many of these have we won in a row now? 12? No, 12 in total. We've never lost one. Sylvan Ebants Blake. Wow. Oh, that was with different teams as well. That must have been, right? Or was it just a team that didn't get... Was that with Wolves? How many things? A lot. I don't even know if there's a way to find out. Records for most players. He's broken the record with 2. I actually just can't wait to get stuck into these signings. Because it'll be fine, because we'll have no European football to worry about. Use the season to get a big money move, whereas Mitch Fish is 27. 28. I don't know if the age actually affects the number of goals you score. I might be wrong. I'm fairly certain it doesn't, though. Let's see. I mean, I don't know what their age has to do with the number of goals they've scored in the Premier League. Cold. Okay, that's fine. We can send him home for a day. That's all good. First, he was combined for Plymouth and Wolves. Oh, wow. God, like, Plymouth in the Championship. Those were the days. Although they're doing pretty well in League One these days. Okay, few days to go. It's day ruined. I know. At the very least, we managed to screw them in the sense that we managed to win a game to stop them from accidentally getting Europe. So that's all good, right? Jackson, good. But another Brazilian. Even the Egyptians will talk to us now. It's something. Look, and another African player there that will talk to us. It's definitely slowly switching. It seems like it does it more gradually. And I actually kind of like that, in fact. It's not just like, hey, suddenly all of the South Americans will now talk to you. Time for a money move. But money move has nothing. What does a money move have to do with how many goals a striker scores in the Premier League? Moving for large money does not guarantee anything. We were talking about how good a player is. That's got nothing to do with the amount of money they've moved for. If that was true, well, I mean, Neymar would be the greatest footballer of all time, wouldn't he? It's not going well, Fatboy Bunts. Not going well at all. We've had a bit of a rough day, sadly. Pele could, probably. Did Pele ever move for a transfer fee, or was he always just at the same club his entire career? Jimmy Hayes, we'll take it. It does, yes. Only very slowly. Wait, what? I forgot that the end of the season doesn't take into account the game we're about to play. Oopsie. Okay, we'll get on it. How long do I have? Out of interest. 6 days, that's fine. It's fine. Oh, he did. He played for New York Cosmos, didn't he? Oh, no, he can't be the GOAT of boxing, Shazza. He didn't move for a large amount of money, unfortunately. So he's no longer allowed to be good at the sport he plays. I don't make the rules. Let's see. William. Oi, this lot should be interested, damn it. I beg of you. Let's do that. There we go. Udo Förster is a great name. There's just so many damn good players here. Oh, a guy called Caesar. You can't go wrong there. Right. Let's do that. Okay. Ready to go. We're warmed up. What do you reckon? Injury the day before the match? At least Emmett's going to be able to play, which is the key. Oh, that scared the shit out of me there. I just saw striker and immediately shat myself. Okay. First knockout round draw. Doubt. Never been that true. You can't truly be the best at a fight like a sport like boxing unless you've beaten every single person in the world. Did get big money. But he didn't move for big money. True. I'm winding you up. Obviously, he's a very good boxer. Let's see. We lost it. Oh, we're still getting through. That's good. Dortmund get bottom of this group too. They're doing their best. His name is Senegal. I did once have a Brazilian midfielder called Africa. No, China. His name was China. Because of course it was. Under 90s lost, so we should win now. True. That's how it works. We're on it. Oh, look at all this. The scouts have really stepped it up a little bit since the end of the season came around. Oh my lord, look at these guys. This is exciting. Even Till Cox still looks decent. Mark Wilson, 47 million. God, the Scottish Valley players have gone through the roof. Could Sittle? You'll have to see it. Right, okay. Switcheroo, nope. Still starting Emmett. I feel like he can do it for us in Europe, right? He has to. Kubek over hang on. Who's played better? Kubek or Mayeni? Technically Kubek, but also Mayeni. Come on. Oh. That's true, right? Yeah. He never beat up the Big Show. So Carpenu's back, which is awesome. I trust him. The question is, who goes in goal? Bart or El Barto? The only thing for me that makes me want to put El Barto in is that he has better morale right now. He's concerned about his playing time, whereas Bart is only concerned about his playing time. Ackerman's wanted. Please be someone big. Honestly, part of me wouldn't even be opposed to that if it was huge money, just to get that wage off of our bill. But then he's also very good, isn't he? And that's not what we need right now. Barter is the future. Yeah, but we need the now. We can't... This game is about the now. Oren. Imagine if we did and he just kept a clean sheet. Just did a blasting job. God. To be fair, there is no real right answer here, is there? Because if we, no matter who we put in, if they perform badly, they're the wrong goalkeeper, and it's always going to be hindsight, innit? So, Bart's in better form. That's the only thing I can think, is that Bart had a shit game, so we put El Barto in. El Barto's had a shit game in the Champions League, so now I'm going to put Bart in. I'm going to give Bart the chance. But his shit game, and it's against his parent club, and he's allowed to play. I want him to screw them. Oh. How did the Dortmund game go? We lost 2-1, unfortunately. Missed a load more chances. They scored their first 2 shots. You know the drill. We gave away a penalty in the 9th minute where the ball was nowhere near the penalty area and our player just decided to push someone over. Right. All right. Oh, hang on. Well, I can't do it now. Oh, can I go back? No, I can't. Just want to make sure that we've got Kubek. Okay, Vosterek's on the bench, which means that should we need to go to the shite tactic, we can bring him off the bench and go like that. Oh. I should have had... What I really would have liked to have done would have been to have Novakovic on the bench as well. So we do defenders, then we do attackers, then we do midfielders. So let's tick all the boxes, right? Watch Bart put in a 5.9 just to make sure we get relegated. Relegated. We're getting relegated from Europe, chat. Oh, I forgot it's Pep Guardiola that's managing them. Is that Rafael Leao? No, it can't be. No, it's a regen. Okay. So, if we draw, as long as Nice win, we're good. If we win, it doesn't matter. If we lose, we're screwed. That's the drill. Porto have won 5 out of 5, but you never know. Maybe today is the first time in the champ. We played well against Nice in the away game, actually, in fairness. Just want to see if we can set anything up here. So, is there anyone? Yeah, Boza away at FC Copenhagen too. That's for the group. That's pretty much all the marbles on show there. Oh. You can see the scores for the Nice game over here as well. Plus, it will be reflected down here too. So far, 10 minutes in, 1 shot, but they've done nothing yet. What year? I think this is... I don't know what year it is, actually. It's season 15. That much I do know. Problem is also Dortmund are away, or at home too. Oh, no. Well, we've got away with one. Against Dortmund, that probably would have gone in. So, fair one. 2036. You think you're right, yeah. No, it's 2035. Really right at the end of 2035, because I remember it being the date on the stadium change was 2035. Like December. So it's we're in November 2035 at the moment. Carpi, yes, like use the width. There we go. I think the shite tactic could actually do them in the second half, because they're pushed up quite high and they're allowing space for our wide players to turn inside. And with that tactic, obviously, they keep launching balls over the top. Right, that's it. Not what we wanted there, but they're letting Emmett bring it out of the air. Oh, Millie. Good save. We've had a shot. We are indeed, K. Bullen. The day has been probably the worst I've ever had. Bo's probably not going to win the group. Disappointing. Okay. The keeper's come a long way off his line here. Good clearance, but second phase. Don't get second phased. I beg of you. Maybe a breakaway? Oh, he could have got it off of him there.
Here's a fun fact. Voltaire
Immediately getting sourced. Oh, yeah, for sure.
2 blocks from here.
Obsidian Moon. What a great name. Thank you very much for the follow. That's very kind of you. Right, don't foul him. A perfectly placed header. Would you bloody believe it? He's backpedaling. What a great header. I don't know anymore, mate. I didn't think he was going to score it because he was backpedaling there. First shot on target, first goal. The pattern continues. Admittedly, I suppose we've had half an hour still. Alaku. Oh my god, what was that pass? Okay, we've got to remain calm. A draw would still be okay for us if we... Oh, hang on, Moses. Right, good touch. Emmett! Yes! Come on! Porto 1, Treaty 1. Big ED7 to the rescue, bailing us the hell out here. Still technically isn't bailed out yet, but it at least gives us hope. It means we don't have to start throwing everything at them straight away. God, what about that from Moses, by the way? The fact that he doesn't shoot because his touch is poor, but he's able to turn this back inside. It's a great first-time finish from Emmett Doran on the edge of the area. Porto 1, Treaty 1. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. We just really need a Nice goal. I'd settle for a shit goal. Dortmund have scored, of course. Oh, help. Help me in the face. Right. So now we have to win. Because Dortmund have remembered they're a football club. We didn't get uptight. Exactly. We need to remain calm. Oh, God. No, calm. Murillo. But hey, we've managed to actually get the equaliser, although admittedly. I mean, I like the part where the keeper didn't even come and collect that for some reason. Bart's not having a good game again. Ooh. But what's happened in previous games is that we'd wait way too long to find that equaliser. It's a red card for Bose as well. You know what? It wasn't awful, but it wasn't good either. Actually, no. Wait. What am I doing? How do I get off this fucking menu? I want to see... Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. There was enough green in there that I don't want to talk to anyone else. I'm going to up the tempo because that seems to have been what's worked for us in these other games. Failing that, Thies Reed's having a poor day, disappointingly. They've made a change. Giovanni Reyna's on. Okay. Still only 1-0 to Dortmund. But the problem is the draw in that game doesn't help us. It might be 60 minutes, go for shite tactic, right? That feels like the play. I think if we get to 60 minutes and we're still losing, shite tactic, Dortmund. Oh, not Dortmund. Dortmund. It's Emmett Dortmund. Was that Jack Butland? No. That can't be Jack Butland in goal for Porto, surely. It must be a guy whose name was sort of similar. Okay, that's fine. He should easily win this. Well played. Good, actually. Really good. Oh, Bernard. Okay. Right, Emmett, drop it off. Now make the run. Here we go. Yes. This is better. Ackman. That's a really bad first touch. The pass was equally as bad. We had a chance for a break on there, and we just kind of fluffed our lines a little bit. But, again, they're clapping it long, and we're able to win possession back again repeatedly. This is better. Tortosa. Frozen Thighs. Alaku. There's the run. Emmett Doran. There's the run. Emmett Doran! Yes! Come on! Porto 1. Treaty 2. ED fucking 7. Does it again. What a pass. Was that Thighs Freeze or was that Alaku? Just scoops it over the top. It's the fact that he touches it back inside. It sets up for the goal. And Emmett does it again. Come on. 2-1 to Treaty United away in Portugal. Wow. Okay, now we have to go into game management mode. Slowly but surely. Also, notice how I didn't change anything other than the tempo. The rolls are the same. Thighs Freeze has actually been really bad, and it makes me think that the donut here, bringing the donut in, and having him play more like a... just as a sentimental support, honestly, at this point. Low on subs, good. They had another injury early on as well, didn't they? So Carp's not had the best day so far. For the moment, I'm actually okay. That's the one sub I want to make. Bart's recovering a bit. Emmett's done great. Millie's been apprehensive. I kind of want to get Millie off an Esped Falknos. Right, okay. They must be running out of subs too. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I didn't want to start slowing the tempo down too much just yet because it would encourage too much pressure. But that was more like a 70 minutes type of thing. Slow the tempo. Start trying to play those set pieces. And good save. Good save. Oh. About red cards. What do you mean about red cards? Reyna's ball. Good clearance. In fact, we should... No, it's going to go out of play. Okay. Now we have to be careful. So now, I slow it down a notch. Maybe 2 notches, actually. No. Yeah. Ooh, it's tough. Because we don't want to invite too much pressure, but it's almost impossible not to at this stage. So now I go to 70 minutes. So I do set pieces. I turn that on. Then I praise... No, I don't praise them. We're only a goal up. Then I do Dortmund are 2-0 up as well, by the way, so there's kind of no way back for us. That would be their third sub. Right, I see. So now I go to that. Then one set of time wasting. Then sub. Third sub. Right. What are we looking at here? Moses, maybe? For Kubek? Because he's not played well, he's tired, and it would give us more of an outball. I know Kubek's been shit, but it feels like that's kind of what we need right now. It's just a bit of an outball. Because I don't like changing defenders if I don't have to. It's either going to be Moses or Carpenu. And he's nervous. That's the other thing. Whereas Carpenu isn't. I feel like Carpenu could be okay, but we've got to be so careful here. 10 minutes to go. It's Dortmund 3-0 up. We just have to hang on. Right. One more. Right. Now we just have to pray. Pray with me, chat. That we can see this out. And pull off an absolute fucking miracle here. Oh, no. I swear to God, if this does what I think it's about to do in the 94th fucking minute, I don't know if I could even stomach what should potentially happen here. Come on, get a tackling. Yes! No! What are you doing? Why does he slide tackle that ball? I have no words. I mean, this game is... We did everything we could, chat. Everything we could. We're out of the Champions League in the 94th minute because of shit like that. Why do we play this game, eh? What a load of cockswallow. Oh... Now, obviously, a 2-2 draw at Porto is actually...
What the f*** was that?
It's, yeah, 2-2 draw would be a good result. But if it wasn't for all the other absolute dog shit that we've had today... Yeah, slide tackle. I don't know why he... My headphones did actually turn off when I threw them. But they still work, so I haven't completely done a Zealand. 94th minute goal costs us any European places after Christmas and has fucked us for years again. Thankfully, Bows are through. I know they lost, but they're through anyway. But annoyingly, they are going to not get to skip around, but that is just... We've played so well. We've been... I can't believe we've got 5 points in this group. That's utterly ridiculous. Let's just have a little look here, shall we? So, first game against Dortmund was the 3-3, which was a very weird game, very even in the end. A draw in this game is completely understandable. It is annoying, though, because they scored straight from the kickoff after we'd taken the lead, but it is what it is. That happens. That's Football Manager. Because we were down to 10 men at the time. Shit happens. Point, whatever. It happens. Unfortunately... It was... Oh, I hate that it puts you to the top again. That's a little bit silly. It was after that where it just kind of went a bit wrong for us. Because at home against Porto in the first game... To be fair, thing is, Mr. Progger, we even had the difference maker up top today. Emmett scored twice. He only really had 2 good chances and he took them both. I don't think we could have done anything else attacking-wise. All we needed today was for the defensive side. They'll not fuck us. Like, this was the first game against Porto. They lost 3-0 with these stats. It's... And again, things like that happen in isolation all the time. It's the fact that it's been consistent for us this year, and it's been the most disappointing thing, sadly. And Nice in the second game, we only narrowly got this win as well. In fact, it was the only win we got in the entire group. Again, comfortably the better side. Did get the result in the end. Fair play, but it took a long time for us to get that one over the line. And then, what was the next one? It was this one here is the epitome of everything I hate today. This match here, where we somehow lost 4-3 to Nice in this game. Where, was it their first 3 shots were goals? Absolutely mental. Somehow managed to lose this game. Scored 3 times after the 87th minute. We were 3-0 down, but then they got a goal in between that directly from the kickoff. And then the Dortmund one. As well. Away against Dortmund. Pretty close game. Lost 2-1 because of a dumb penalty that should never have happened. It's just... been an absolutely shit year as far as the results that we've got and the luck that we've had to come into it. That's really what it is. We can't put that down to anything other than just bad luck because we played really well throughout all the games, really. Even in the last one against Porto, I think we did the job, really. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did we finish last? We did indeed finish last because of all that shit, yes. Those things in the end combined to allow us to finish last. He's still at Nice, yeah. He's a good player, like very good attributes. I was just kind of hoping at some point there would be a little break from it, but no. And honestly, I thought that last game against Porto was maybe going to be that. When we took the 2-1 lead, do what we did, shut it down. But then when you see those stupid where they'll slide tackle a ball that isn't under the possession of another player. Like, why is he slide tackling in there? All he does, if he just wins possession and just walks towards the ball, he picks it up. But that's just cost us money. Lots and lots of money. And more importantly, to go with it, coefficient. Sadly. Let's see if Sligo did us a favour. They did not. But they did at least come third in their group. I don't think that really matters. It might be... Actually, no, it does matter for prize money, doesn't it? Yeah, I've just been pressing Hulk Yoga instead of Yoga today. My apologies. So, only a 2-1. Sligo have actually done themselves pretty proud in that group. I was amazed that they... 4 points is pretty solid from them. Sadly, Bows do end up coming second in their group, but 13 points is really, really good. So, super stoked for them. But the problem we've now got, of course, is the only team we have left in Europe is Bows. And to be fair, we've actually managed to level last year. But it's the thing. Next year is that. And we're going to lose that, which is just going to make us drop down even further. Yeah, no, it was actually a regular Yoga. That's just me being angry. Apologies if I've been a bit salty today. I feel like it's one of those things where if I wasn't, I wouldn't be human almost, you know? Because at the end of the day, it is just a game and it is just a bit of fun. But it's sometimes nice to make a bit of progress occasionally. Ah, dear. That is disappointing. Yeah, watch them give a good draw. Oh, yeah, we'll be able to see that, though, won't we? When is the draw? Let's go find the draw. That'll cheer us up. Yeah, but I ain't about that. I can't stand that kind of, like, I don't really like it when people are just salty for no reason, you know? It's just boring. And also, I'm not particularly a huge fan of people that watch people only to see them get salty because they're not the kind of people I would want in my chat in the first place. Because it's just, that's not a kind of person I particularly want to interact with. So I'm kind of glad that we're not like that over here. But let's see. Let's be honest. Today was just one of those days. So, where's the draw? We go first knockout round. 17th. Okay, so we've got 5 games away. Kieran Kilduff. Wait, hang on. Is that spelled right? Yes. Sadly, though, he is not in my database, but Luciano Juba is. So I will do Juliet. We did Yoga. We did Yoga. We did... I'll refund your points on him. First player that comes up is search poop. Poop. Yes, chat! Take it! Hef, I salute you. What a day. Oh, dear. How the group's gone? Oh, about as bad as they could possibly go. Literally. I would say pretty much about as bad as they could possibly go. Oh, dear. Why doesn't it let me scroll? Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Suhu. I was only messing around. But I just thought I'd make that point, though, because because there are some streamers who sort of farm salt, and I'm just not about that. It just ain't my fun. I like to have a good time. Ah, dear. Oh, we're going to do the mother of all Smash or Pass streams next time. Has salt in his car. Hey, I like saltiness on my chips, all right? Also, no longer have salt in the car, as far as I know. Maybe. I don't know. I have been having a lot more chippy lately, I must admit. That chippy is a fucking pang. Let's have a look at Celtic. How are they getting on? Get a good card. No, Millennium, I can't. You're being mean on the internet. How dare you? That's illegal. Let's see. So, they're not actually winning the league at the moment, because Hot... Is it just going to be like a different Edinburgh team that decides to have a mad season? Did everyone go out? No, not every... Actually, no. Right, so... Rickenny. Not every Irish team... this much thing I can say with complete sincerity. There will be an Irish team in the knockouts of a European competition next year. It just isn't fucking us. Scottish team of choice. Oh, Hibs. My family are all Hibs fans. My Scottish side of my family are all Hibbies. Deary me. Did Bose carry? Bose did carry. Bose got 13 points in their group and were leading the group until the final day when they balls it up against FC Copenhagen, but they did qualify for the next round. I'd love it if they... Don't get me wrong. I would love it if Bose won the... If they won a European trophy before us, that would be amazing. And it would be perfect. Oh, we're going to be cheered up on Tuesday, all right? Because we're going to spend 4 hours smashing and passing and signing all the fucking players. It's going to be a dream. I love that. Man I paid 800 grand for, who's already worth like 10 million quid, is a C+. C. I'll B- for you. B- for a guy that was 60 grand. How screwed is coefficient? Pretty screwed. Like, we've leveled ourselves with last year, but obviously without us in Europe next year. Well, not in Europe next year, but... It's weird, right? We were one tackle away from actually a very good year. Because if our player doesn't decide to give into the match engine and doesn't slide tackle for no reason, then we come third in that group and we're in the Europa League knockouts after Christmas. And it's actually a very good year because then we're going, hey, we've got 2 teams going deep in Europe and we're looking for a really good season. It's, yeah, it's one of those things where so close. Ericsson St. Ives. Is that St. Ives in Cambridgeshire? I've only ever been to St. Ives once. There are Morris... Where the hell do you live in the 90... Do you live in an episode of Midsummer Murders, Mike? Hey, Connor. Thank you, man. I'm loving it too. Right. Let's just get our heads back on the right panel here. These things one day we're going to look back on and be like, remember that when it happened? And look at us now. That's the play. Discuss plans for next season. Oh, this should be fun. Congrats on winning the title. Win it again. Look at the size of the squad. And this is the players that are actually here, let alone the loanees. Well... Wait, what? Okay, that's fine, I guess. That was weird. Promises. Code of conduct. Moist Kipre absolutely shaking in his boots there about the code of conduct. Code of conduct. So it's the 17th we're looking for, isn't it? I'm going to be very curious to see who... Was it Nice that got... No, was it Dortmund or Nice that came third in our group? Thank you for the 100 bits, Mr. Tubes. 2 weeks within the
Manchester United kick.
Ingrid just went real aggressive there, didn't she, for some reason? More time. Wait, what? Region injury problems? Okay, cheers, Millie. There you go. Finally, a bit of luck fell our way. There's some damn good players around here. Want to hear a joke? Cliff Jamba. That's a name. You remember struggling, Matt, as a thing of the past with successful, Matt. No, there's no such thing as successful, Matt. Even when I'm successful, I'm still okay. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, Cork City sold that guy to Bohemian. Wow, that's a cheap price as well. Wait, how do I show it? Was it? Is it news? Yeah, this guy. Really solid centre back. Ruskin with a gifted sub to Connor Murphy. You love to see it. TTS is golden. Yeah, 60k is very, very good. So fair play to Bose. They're strengthening. They need those players for after Christmas. They're going to be stacked next year. The amount of money they've earned from Europe. They won 4 games and drew the other ones. That's about 2 million quid they got just from those. Then you've got to add in the extra 2.5 million they got for qualifying for it. Fuck, wrong button. They are moneyed. It's awesome. That's what we need. What I would say, chat, think about it. It could have been a lot worse this season. Imagine what would happen if we didn't have good seasons from other Irish sides. We would be fucking mudded then. And surely we can't have these kind of draws in the... Surely we can't have these types of group stage seasons 3 times in a row. What are the odds, eh? He said tempting fate. Oh, Mr. Twos, thank you so much for the 100 bits again.
Calling us Arsenal, relegation fitters.
Yeah, that was quite a good win. Voss with the switch for 5 million quid. Are you joking? Right, 18th place. Right, so now we know today. Oh my god. Ooh, that Norwegian dude looking better and better. That guy from St. Gallen looking less good. At least we don't have to constantly go specifically for homegrown potential players on next stream either. We can just look for players. That right there is going to be mega fun. Anonymous with the gifted sub to Porto fan. No, no. Bad Anonymous. That's the enemy. Jean-Claude Legault. Legault to gift to support it. I'm just kidding, Porto fan. Oh, dear. Right, okay, let's look. I'm not thinking... If anything, that wasn't Porto's fault. That was my fucking player's fault. Right, let's see. Europa Conference League. Who do we reckon, chat? Who are Bows getting in the knockouts? I reckon... not that you'd have any clue. It'll be someone like Valencia or something, I reckon. Just a random one like Valencia. Or someone like Brighton. How do you become an anonymous gifter? I think when you gift, it just... you could set it to anonymous. Mexican Monterrey. Imagine. Bodder! It's Bows versus Burrs. That's not a bad draw, actually. Bows versus Bodder. That could have been a lot worse. They might actually have a crack at that, you know. That's going to be tough, but it's not, like, unwinnable, like Everton, for example. Or, well, mostly Everton. Or Athletic Club. Admittedly, Scamrock also knocked out Athletic Club from the Europa Conference League on my other save, so it can be done. The question then becomes, who did Nice get? We could be sat here, chat, looking at a fucking Europa League tie against AZ Alkmaar, and yet here we are, drying our tears. That's what that goal has just cost us. A chance to play, literally a free tie, basically. We would have smashed Alkmaar. Oh. Disappointment. That's very disappointing, isn't it? But there you go. That's life. That's how life do. Right, I'm going to save it here because I know it's a little bit early, but we've got really nothing else we can do. Plus 3 o'clock kickoffs and the Fulham Bournemouth games on, and then the F1 as well. So, between now and when you next see me, I might do a little bit of manual scouting to find a few players to maybe add to our scouting priorities. But then we're coming back in January, and, well, then it's just smash or pass for 4 hours, and we're going to absolutely smash this squad. It's going to be delightful. Anonymous with a gifted sub to... No, Anonymous! How dare you? But also, thank you. You're more than welcome to give me money in order to take the piss. I'm all right with that. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Yeah, the emotes will be coming for Tuesday as well. I want to do... If I can't get them animated in time, we'll just do, like, placeholder ones that are not animated, and then we'll go from there, basically. But this should be fine. So, what am I going to do? Who am I going to raid? Let's just push over to big boy screen. Big boy screen, he said, without a word of irony. Right, who's streaming Football Manager this afternoon? What are we doing? Oh! Is Foxy actually streaming FM? Because I'm not sure what that is on the screen right now. I assume Foxy is streaming FM, but I haven't had a chance to raid Foxy in ages because he's not been streaming as much lately. So we're going to do that. Oh, thank you for joining me today, my friends. I've weirdly still had a good time because it's just fun. You know, it's fun. I get to hang out with you a lot on a Saturday afternoon. We get to play some Football Manager. It gets to do silly shit to us, and life goes on, innit? So, that's not the right person, Matt. Fuck. Weird, though, that person... I forgot that Foxy had FM on the end of his name. There we go. Got there in the end. I forgot that he had to have FM. It really is, man, like daily. Like, it absolutely is. Plus, that way when it goes wrong, you can't just... You could sort of assuage the blame a little bit and be like, no, it was the match engine. It wasn't me being inept at Football Manager. Today it was both. So that was good. That was fun. I'm going to have a bit of a rest now, honestly. Foxy Bingo in it. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for the Smash or Pass, right, which is going to be way more fun than today. Anyway, I hope you had a great time, sort of. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hold your gun. Capybara, let's go right over to Foxy.